Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the DA's office. I am your host, the DA, Derek Anderson. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on a Sunday night. Look, you guys are getting ready for the week. I know, busy week coming up for, movies, for entertainment. We got a lot going on, but we're going to recap what happened this past week, talk about maybe some of the things that could be coming up in the next week. Of course, I got cats hanging out in the back, waiting. All right, waiting to chop it up with us. But first things first, I got to say hello to everybody out there. Again, I want to appreciate you guys for being the glue that holds this whole channel together, the chat in the live streams, okay? Because I know that you guys, I can count on you to like every video, leave a comment on every video. Like, that's the stuff that helps YouTube channels take off, okay? Mine is closing in on 24,000 subs, and I couldn't have done it without you. So I appreciate every last one of you guys that's here tonight. And yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Let's say what's up to everybody here. Look, we got a lot of members in the chat right now. That's what's up. So Alpha Proto, what's good with you? We got Brogu in the house. Budgie Vengeance is in the house. D Vader is chilling with us as well. Donna Hergenrether is here along with Dustin Echoes. Gerald Clay is in the house. Jeff A is here. Mr. P is in the house. Mob 1900001. Johnny Skywalker just checked in. What's up? Rafa Balde. What's up, Rafa Balde? Thanks for being here, as well as Rogue Sarge Bobby. How's it going, my man? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Sergeant Giratina is here along with Steve Hall, Cyfax, and Victor Von Doom. You guys are the best. Again, thank you very much for chilling with us tonight. And right off the bat, we had a gifted membership by the one and only Donna Hergenrether. Donna, that's my girl. Thank you very much for gifting 5 DA memberships. Appreciate you very much, as always. You know, you one of my longtime supporters. And look, again, can't do it without the supporters, okay? Cannot do it without the supporters. Donna, you're definitely one of those. So I appreciate you always showing up, always being here in the chat, and then, of course, helping out with the channel, gifting memberships. All of that is much, much appreciated. Okay, 67 folks in here right now. Let's see if we can get this thing up to 100. If you haven't done so, hit the like button. That'll bring some more folks in. And let's go ahead and bring on 2 of the panelists, and we might get some more, but at least these 2, starting off with your boy Uncle T in the house. Got his ugly Christmas sweater on. Oh, snap. What is that? The gingerbread? He broke his gingerbread, broke his shit. All right, there you go, man. Uncle T with the conspiracy. Go check out his channel. Any mods in there, make sure y'all hit them links so that everybody can find our peoples. And then, of course, we got Cyfax in the house. Cyfax, what's good with you, bro? All right, guys. It's a lot to talk about today, man. First of all, let me ask you guys, how was your week? How was your weekend? What's good with you?
Week was good, man. I finally watched, like I was texting you earlier, man. I checked out that Star Wars crap, man. That first episode was so boring, dude. And hey, I want to let y'all know, I saw Aliens Romulus. That is trash. I'm making a video on that, man. Y'all, what in the world was that? That was,
we already talked about it.
God,
yeah, we know that's trash.
That movie was horrible. How is a girl that's 5'1" gonna save everybody? That was the Betty Alvarez. We gotta talk. That was horrendous. What I saw, man, horrendous. Alien Romulus. Ugh.
Yeah. Cyfax, you muted, bro.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Sorry. There you go. Yes, sir.
It's a weird touch thing, so when I move it over, I accidentally hit the button every now and then. My bad.
Okay, gotcha.
Nah, yeah, it's it's weird. But cool. Sound good? Everything sound good?
Yeah, you good now, right?
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I just rewatched Romulus because it was on Hulu, and like I showed it to a couple of my friends, and I was like, as I'm rewatching it, I was just like, this. Like I liked it even less, like, because I was fine with it the first time. I was like, okay, it was whatever. There's some cool scenes in it. Don't get me wrong, there's some cool scenes, but there's a lot of dumb stuff in it. It's like she has friends who have a spaceship, and she goes up into space for the first time, and she's like, I've never seen the sun. It's like, you got friends with a spaceship, man. How have you never been up here? They go up all the time, clearly. Right. There's dumb things like that. It's like, dude, if you got a friend with, like, I don't know, a goddamn spaceship, you'd think.
Somebody tell me what the plot of that movie was. That was you know what? That was worse than Prometheus, man. And I thought Prometheus had so much promise, but that alien Romulus, man, that was a total FU to the fans, dude. And what was that monster at the end? What did we do that in Alien Resurrection?
Yeah, it was a mashup of the Prometheus thing and like whatever. Apparently that was practical though. That's that weird, really tall dude who's like super skinny.
Yeah. He played the part. It was supposed to be like a mashup of the alien and the space jockey from Prometheus and this whole little mishmash. It was a bad movie. It was supposed to be for shock value, I guess. And I remember watching it in the theaters. I think we did it out of the theater on that, didn't we?
Yeah. Me and you were talking about it, and then like Paulie really liked it.
I think Paulie
liked it, and then we didn't really care for it. But he was like, "Oh, dude, the ending sold it for him," and like we were both like, "Nah, that ending was crap, man. I did not like that the reveal of the creature or whatever. I was like, this is weak. I thought it was pretty weak."
I'm going to do a video on that, man. It wasn't like Sci-Fax. We're on the same page about Transformers 1. Please do a Transformer 2. That was a great movie.
Oh, definitely. Keep it up with that. Yeah.
This thing was horrible, man. I mean, that was worse than Aliens versus Predators Requiem. The Predator. The Predator was awful too.
Look. Hey, it's me and HD agrees with you. Alien versus Predator 2 was better than Romulus.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, sadly, again, I think that's one of those franchises.
Isn't that the one where they fight autism? Like, is that the one where the Predator chases autism or whatever?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't remember either one of those Alien versus Predator movies. I'll be very honest with you. I don't remember them. I know the comics because I read the comics, but I can't remember. I know I watched the movies, but I can't remember what the movies was about. I think they were close to the comics, but it was a dumpster fire. But yeah, I mean, the problem is that I think the problem with the Aliens franchise is the same problem with the Terminator franchise. It's an idea. It's done once. It's done maybe twice. And then you're kind of done with it. It's like, okay, you really can't do much more with Terminator. There's been literally 2 good movies and everything else has been mostly horseshit. You know, a couple of scenes here and there. Some people like Salvation. I can't stand that movie. Some people like Genesis. I can't stand that movie.
Both of those movies.
Genesis was good. Salvation was fine. Salvation was at least watchable. Like Genesis was not. Or like Dark Fate, definitely not.
Salvation holds.
See, it's the same thing with Aliens. Like, how many good Alien movies have we seen? Let me bring in one more member and get his weigh in on this. Okay, Kata's in the house. Have we seen? What's good, bro? Any good? How did you see Alien Romulus?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I mean, I liked it, but I won't say it's a good movie.
Okay, all right. So you have your reservations. What about? My thing is, I don't think there's been more than 2 good Alien movies and 2 good Terminator.
Yeah, there's only 2 good Aliens and 2 good Terminators. Terminator Salvation is fine. You know, it's the only one out of the other ones where it's like, okay, I can sit there and watch this, but Genesis is god fucking awful. So no, there's only there's Genesis 2.5.
Dark Fate is garbage. Yeah,
Dark Fate is horrible, and even 3.
Dark Fate is so bad.
Are y'all running out of names? That's like when they were doing Transformers: Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen. Is there no? Are they just dumping their hand in a box? Let's think of titles. Just here, all of the same thing. Just hey, Revenge of this. Who? Hollywood is whack, dude. Whack.
It's that Family Guy skit or the South Park skit where they make fun of it, where it's like the manatees just grab random balls and then they put the words together. Like,
right.
That's how they create their titles.
But let's chop it up. Let's get into this. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. We're going to start with the comment of the week. We've been talking a lot about Rachel Zegler because obviously not only did we get a Snow White trailer, but we also got a Rachel Zegler movie, an actual movie that hit theaters. And the comment of the week is in regards to Rachel Zegler. Her movies are failing because she can't keep her mouth shut and she's already turned fans off. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Now, this is in regards to this latest movie that she dropped, which is Y2K. Did anybody watch Y2K? Probably not. I don't think anybody on the panel watched Y2K. I don't think anybody in the chat watched Y2K. I don't think anybody gives a damn about this movie. A24, I don't know what they was thinking when they greenlit it, but you know what? It was probably a cheap, easy, hey, let's just make a $15 million movie. Let's run with it. Let's see what we get. Throw Rachel Zegler in it. Maybe she brings some boys to the yard. She didn't bring any boys to the yard, bruh. Nobody showed up for this shit.
And the
So
only
thank
reason
you
I was
very
going to
much.
see it is with you guys, and then that got canceled. So I'm never going to watch it.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody's watched this movie, man. And it's got bad reviews, all right? It's not doing well in the box office. You can see right here on Cosmic Book News, Rachel Zegler's Y2K bombs at the box office following Snow White backlash. So I think, unfortunately for this actress, her career is done. I think her career is absolutely done. I don't think anybody gives a damn about this actress. I don't think anybody wants to see her in anything. And she did it to herself. She has nobody to blame for her failures but Rachel Zegler. That's it. That's all. Because if she had kept her mouth shut and just acted, even in the movies that, she failed in, West Side Story, that was a failure. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, that was a failure. Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was a minor success. Maybe broke even, but it was still the lowest box office that any Hunger Games film has had. And now we got this film, and then the next one is Snow White, which absolutely nobody's going to go out and watch. So what are you thinking if you're a producer right now? If you're in Hollywood and you're a studio head or you're a movie producer and you're seeing this chick's track record, you got to be like, nope, don't even call her.
Box office poison, man. She's just poison to everything she's in so far. It's crazy.
Yeah. And she's like fan repellent. She's you want your movie to suck. You want your movie to bomb, put Rachel Zegler in it. Because they guaranteed nobody's going to come and support this chick's movies whatsoever. So, yeah, even this little minor movie, Y2K bombs, you can see this is what it's at right now on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, it's just a trash movie to begin with. But, it's at least if you put, a decent actress in it, it might do something. If you get some, eyeballs, okay, if Sydney Sweeney is in Y2K, oh, shit, I'm going to show up and watch Sydney Sweeney. It's like a sex comedy. It's rated R. Yeah, T, I said it. What?
That's such a low standard, dude. A low standard. Get off this girl.
T, your standards are too high.
Bra. That's a push-up bra. Disqualified.
Whoa. She got a push-up, bro. What are you talking about?
And listen, I don't mess with Victoria's Secret bras. You got to go.
A couple scenes in Euphoria, man. It might change your mind.
Go to Frederick's. If she's not wearing a $200 bra, I don't want her. $200 bra, yeah, $200 bras. That's where the letters get higher. Come on, man. You want this girl? Come on, man. She's not even in the double digits, dude. She's not a DD. Come on.
She's not. What is she? Is she not a D cup?
She's not she's not.
She gotta be a D cup. That's a D cup.
She has to be a D.
She gotta be a D cup. T. You tripping, bro? Yeah. T as always is tripping, y'all. All right, y'all know how T gets.
Don't. Ugh. Yuck.
I mean, again, if you put Sydney Sweeney in this movie, all right, if you put her in this movie, it at least makes its money back. Rachel Zegler's, she ain't got nothing going for herself.
If Rachel Zegler has some titties, I guarantee you she'd be the next big things. She's gonna slap some titties on her and she'll be good.
Dude, I've seen girls who sell elotes that are hotter than her, man. Come on.
Look, she just like going to El Pollo Loco. Give me the number 2. Give me 2 breaks.
Oh, wait. Okay, T, time out. What was your score for Rachel?
Rachel, she's a medium 5.
What?
Oh, come on.
She's a 5, but Sydney Sweeney's a 6? She's bro.
Sydney's a mid. She's mid. She got her in her face.
This is what I be putting up with, y'all. I put up with this shit every day. Y'all got to deal with it on the screen.
Her circle's way better than Sweeney.
What did I miss? What did I just miss? I'm sorry, I had to take a piss.
Look, we going through. Look,
apparently Zegler is only 1 point lower than Sweeney, man.
Bruh,
that's
not what you said. What
he gave Zegler a 5, which we just.
5. She's still graded lower than C.
She's not even a. She's not a 5. I would put her
If
at
your
maybe.
if your scale puts Sydney at a 6,
If she's a
then
5,
Zegler's
then
not even
Sydney Sweeney
close.
is easily an 8 or a 9. If Rachel Zegler is a 5, then Sydney Sweeney is a 9.
But Zeg
can see
got
that.
an upside. She's not gonna get uglier. Sid is gonna get uglier. She's gonna get uglier. That's not gonna hold up, man.
What?
That's not gonna hold up, dude. That's not gonna hold up, dude. There's an upside with Zeg. Zeg can gain a little bit of weight. She can get some boobies, get some little meat on her.
You
but
forgot
can't
she's
do what
Latina.
Sid
She
did.
has a wall there that she's gonna hit very shortly.
I agree.
Early
Sid the
30s.
Sid the kid is
Done.
Sid the kid is already done, but y'all like her because y'all like mediocrity. Y'all like mediocre girls. That's why she's mid. Y'all like mediocre titties, mediocre.
How much you
looks.
had tonight, T? How much you had tonight, man? You had
Too
some of that
much to
old
be
snaps.
saying
Hey. It is.
Drinking a little bit too much eggnog there, dude, to go along with that sweater.
Yeah, no, man. Hey. All I
It is
want
what
for
it
Christmas
is.
is some tits is probably what she said. Look, she ain't. Y'all, what's wrong with y'all? How come I'm the
Ain't
only
nothing wrong with us. What's wrong with you, man? The whole chat agree with you, man.
You're
I'm
the
a
odd
raise
man
the
out on this
stash,
one,
T.
dude.
I can't agree with that, bro. What's your problem? You're
What's
talking
my
to us like we the ones
Show
with
me
the
that
issue.
girl without
Bro, it's
makeup.
you.
You show me her without makeup. Show me her without makeup.
We
She's
got look, man. We got a lot to talk about, T. Let's get back to this.
her,
Let's
man.
get back to the
I
program.
love her.
Back on track.
I
Yeah.
love her. Y'all love her. She is a mid. Look, she is so mid. Ugh. Dude, she cannot get on a D1 team.
P can't
dude.
stand being wrong, man.
She
P
cannot
can't
get on a
stand
D1
exactly.
team
Look,
at all,
DK
dude.
Bone.
She would
It's
never
that
be on
eggnog. He hitting the nog early.
Where's she from, dude? You know what she is, dude? She's a Kansas 6. Come on, man. She in California, dude, she's like a 3. I can go up and down Orange County,
Jesus
man, and find
Christ.
one.
Not
Wait,
even close.
don't let me go to
Bruh,
San Diego.
this is the problem, man. This is the problem, ladies and
T,
gentlemen.
you gotta
all right?
stop
We gotta
drinking.
I don't drink like that. Come on, man. What are y'all talking about? Y'all, just look at this girl. This girl, I'm telling you, man. You lay down with
This
her.
girl or this girl right here, Rachel Zegler. All right, let's get back to it. All right,
Way better.
she's bad news for the box office for any movie that she's in, and I mean you could tell right now from the trailer, this thing is reaching epic proportions of dislikes compared to likes. All right, as this article on CBR says, very bad news for the Disney remake, and here it is right here. All right, here's the trailer. I'm gonna refresh it and see where it's at right now. Okay, I just pulled it up. And right before, all right, we still at 701. 700, let me zoom in on that so y'all can see it. 701,000 dislikes. What is this?
150,000 since the last
a
time.
number like that. What does this thing do?
I hope it hits 1 million.
Oh, it's going to hit 1 million. It's going to hit 1 million real. I think before we get out of this, once we get to the next week, I think this thing hits 1 million easy. But I'm talking about the box office. When you see a movie like this that is just getting destroyed, 701,000 compared to only 27,000 likes, that's fucking crazy, man. Like, what are you thinking if you're Disney? Like, man, should we put this on Disney Plus? I mean, we got to think about it at least. We got to at least have a conversation.
Gal, look at Gal. Wait, you think can Gal go head to toe with Sydney? No. Gal would overthrow her.
Yeah, but my point is, what is this movie doing? All right. When y'all see something like this, when y'all see 701,000, like this much dislike compared to whoever's liking this thing. I don't know anybody that likes this thing. Apparently 27,000 people did. You know what's crazy is you see this 27,000 dislikes. There's comments that have more likes. All right. There's comments. Look at this. This one's 30,000. This comment has more likes than the trailer. I mean, that shit is wild, man. 52,000. This is an insane ratio. This one has 52,000. This thing has more likes than the damn trailer. Almost double the likes.
Even the next one, 44. Like
44, 28. I mean, you could probably go up and down this thing and find stuff. Look, 36. This is fucking crazy, bro. What is Disney thinking at this point? Don't everybody speak at once. What is Disney thinking right now?
When you figure out what's going to happen with this movie, because we know for a fact it's not going to be any good. Okay,
No.
just looking at the trailer, it's not going to be a very good film. I just want to know, are the normies going to be that stupid and do what they're doing to Moana right now? Because I've seen. Have you seen how much money Moana has made already?
They're going.
I am pissed.
I called this 2 weeks ago, and you were like, "Hey, no, they're gonna be fine, man, because people need stuff for people to do. This movie is going to make money. There's no.
I don't think it's going to make any money.
This is going to be Disney's Venom. This is going to be Disney's Venom, dude. Because people.
I think Mufasa will be the telling point to see like how much people are see how much people are over this crap. You know, like how well Mufasa does. You'll be able to gauge like kind of where this movie's going to sit at. Because I don't think it's going to do as well as Mufasa. And Mufasa
and you got Sonic. They talking about Sonic's not going to do well. What are you talking about?
No. I'm saying Sonic will do well. I'm hoping Mufasa doesn't do well, so people actually learn. But that'll be a good way to gauge where this movie sits, because like this is the next one that's coming out. So depending on how depending on how much Mufasa makes, you might be able to gauge. Like I would go minimum 100 million less than whatever Mufasa does.
The reason why I say these movies are going to do okay is, what is the toy that kids want this year? Have you heard about any kind of toy that's like everybody's gonna have? No. So instead, parents say, "I'm gonna just go take you to go see a family fun movie." That's it, dude. There's no outrage like, "I gotta have this. I gotta have new PS5. I gotta have this." Not when Christmas is spread out 12 months a year. There's what else? They've been waiting for the kids are going to be out of school. They're looking for something to do. Hell, I'll take them to the movies, man.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of options. There's going to be Sonic and Mufasa. That's two options right there. You got all of this stuff that's right now. You got Moana. Moana's still going to be in theaters by the time Christmas is only like a couple of weeks away. So right. Moana's still going to be in theaters. Wicked is going to be in theaters. So people are going to go and check those two out as well. So you're going to have a lot of options for families to go out and watch movies. And that's probably going to mess with Sonic as well as Mufasa. But I'm starting to come around to where everybody has been at. I said Mufasa would win the weekend, but Sonic would win in the long run. I'm starting to say, nah, I think Sonic's going to win the weekend and in the long run, because I don't think anybody's really coming.
I don't
for
know,
Mufasa.
bro. Moana just made $600 million in that movie's ass. So I don't know, dude. I just lost.
Parents play that movie.
That.
Parents play the Moana one like it's like one of the highest rewatched ones on Disney Plus all the time. So yes, if Moana 2 drops and there's a bunch of people who aren't online or whatever, just like, of course we're gonna go see the next one.
There's nothing coming out for a while, dude. This thing is gonna have, those movies are gonna have legs. There's nothing.
Wait, time out. Kata, did you watch Moana?
I mean, not in the theater.
Oh, okay. All right, got
check it out.
Yeah, Straw Hat Luffy. I got you.
Yeah,
how was it?
Jack Sparrow. It was mid. It felt like it should have been a TV show that they turned into a movie. The songs weren't really that good. The story was okay, but as a film, it's just like it didn't feel like it needed to be made at all. It has no substance at all.
Yeah.
I saw the only good song in it is from the first one. Like
I saw your tweet, Kata. We're gonna get to that, but yeah, I that's what everybody has said. Everybody has said that Moana is super bad. It's not a good movie, but because Disney and that original movie is so beloved, everybody, said, all right, well, I'm gonna go to Moana too. The kids is probably banging their drum. Hey, mama, take me to Moana. I want to see Moana. Please wait. All right, let's go to see Moana. And I mean, that movie just blew up, And like I said, Disney was smart. You got to give them credit, man. They were smart. They said, put that in the theaters, okay? Don't let that thing sit and idle on Disney Plus somewhere as a made-for-TV series. Make it a movie, put it in theaters, and it did the job, man. Like you said, man, $600 million in only a couple of weekends. That's hell of impressive, man. No matter how you try to slice it, man. That's hell of impressive.
Sickening.
It is, but at the same time, yeah, you're right. It's
sickening to me. I hate it. I absolutely hate the fact that Moana made that much money and Transformers 1 flopped. I'm so upset.
I saw your tweet. We're going to get to it. I got it. I already had it pulled up because we're going to get to it when we talk about the box.
I'm getting the Stunner Shades out. I'm because I'm pissed. All right.
Katie got to go full Stunner Shades.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yo, you know what? Let's go ahead and move right to that. Since we're on the topic, let's go ahead and move to it, and we'll get back to the regular program. So this is Kata's tweet that he put up. I'm going to bang my head against the wall. No more mediocre movies making money. Now, when you put this up, I saw this Megatron and I was like, wait. I know he's not saying that Transformers 1 was mediocre. But then I saw, okay, he was linking Cosmic Marvel, basically saying, look, Moana's looking like this thing is going to make another $1 billion for the Walt Disney Company. That's basically what's happening right now because people are flocking to the theaters to watch it. You know, it's like, I hate the fact that Disney is doing this. I'm with you, Kata. I'm with you. But at the same time, keep in mind, this is how many people will just line up, throw their kids. Hey, go see the Moana movie. I'm a go see Gladiator or Wicked. They'll park their kids at the theater and just roll out and do their own thing. That's how parents is getting down right now.
Moana is not saturating the market like Transformers. Every year they're coming out with something. They have it's too much confusion in that property.
No, it was the marketing for that movie because it was marketed
trailer was pretty bad too,
as a kiddie movie, as some kind of throwaway movie. Okay, and then you watch the film, and it's one of the best films to come out this year. Okay,
thank you, Kata.
The tweet that I made was a joke on the film because in the film, Megatron goes, "No more primes" or whatever, screaming at the Decepticons or whatever. So when I saw that, I got so angry because I'm like, bro, I've been screaming from the high heavens. Transformers 1, you need to go see it. It is so good. Okay, I was wrong. I thought the film was going to be bad because I saw the trailer and I'm like, this is dog shit. And then I watched the film and I damn near cried near the end because it's so good. It's a good film.
Amazing, man.
And Moana,
I saw the movie twice in theaters. It's one of the few times I go and see a movie twice in theaters.
I've seen it like
4 or 5 times, dude. The clips.
Yeah, I've watched it more times as it came out on digital. I've watched it more, and it's so good. And the fact that Moana, okay, a mid movie, all right, by Disney, one of the worst companies to come out right now. All right, everything that they're doing right now is dog shit. Okay, it is. They don't have anything good that they're putting out. All right, besides Bluey, and Bluey doesn't count. All right. Other than that, Disney's not doing nothing. They're not shaking nothing. And people still went and gave this movie money. They still went and gave Inside Out 2 money. They still gave Deadpool and Wolverine money. It's so frustrating. Y'all talk all that talk about how y'all don't like Disney. You hate Disney. Oh, everything Disney's doing is bad. And then you go and spend money on all the movies. What are we doing?
But see,
and then Transformers 1 gets left out.
Transformers 1 also does something that a lot of movies don't do now. It's actually rewatchable. I can rewatch that plenty of times.
Freaking solid,
most of these movies you cannot rewatch. There's like,
it's been so long since I watched a film where the beginning they do the establishment and then they build the characters throughout the entire thing, and then by the end you're like, wow, that's good. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. You remember Dungeons and Dragons? It was like, okay, that trailer was ass. It was like, yo, this doesn't look fun. And then you watch the movie, they get the gang together, and then throughout the entire film, it's like, yo, this is actually a pretty fun movie. And then by the end, you're like, wow, this is a pretty good movie. I thought it was good. I liked it.
Hey, remember this important piece. Sorry about the spoiler. They didn't even get to the quintessence. They didn't even double back.
They didn't even get to them.
They didn't get to them. Wait a minute. That was the dangling fruit over there. You're like, wait a minute. Whoa. What's that?
That needs to be the sequel. It needs to be because I need the trilogy. I need the sequel of them going against the Quintessons and then the Decepticons coming in and interrupting that. And then the third movie, the Autobots versus the Decepticons and the fall of Cybertron. I need that after watching this film.
Fucking awesome, man.
But no, we got Moana about to make $1 billion and we're going to get a Moana 3. And we got a live action Moana. And Moana just came out like not even 10 years ago. And we're getting a live action version.
Was in that. You know, John Hamm was in that Transformer. He was sitting on Prime.
He was the main one. Yeah.
Yep.
And Lawrence Fishburne he was in there too.
Alpha Prime.
Has Transformers been wasted? Have they wasted this franchise?
Yes, they've
the Michael Bay shit.
I think they just marketed this one terribly. The way it was marketed was towards kids, and the trailers were not good.
Man, that Transformers Beast.
It just wasn't good.
That shit was ass.
I
hated that movie.
They just too much.
It felt
Rise of the Beast.
Yeah, it felt like Transformers 2. That's what it felt like.
Yep.
I did. I hated it
too. I got heat for that, but I was like, Rise of the Beast is not a good
bad.
movie.
It was bad. I don't know who said it was a good movie. Whoever said that, they're lying.
Who told them Bumblebee is not supposed to talk? He's funny. He's supposed to talk. Who thought that was a good idea? Let's not laugh the
Michael
funniest
Bay.
and not talk.
I think that
Michael Bay.
look, Transformers 1 really was like it almost felt like a love letter to us Transformer fans that have loved this franchise. I mean, I grew up watching and collecting Transformers back in the 80s, man. Like I was a kid that loved this franchise my entire life. I just felt like that and G.I. Joe just have not been done justice. And it's sad because Hasbro is out. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Hasbro's like, we're done. We're not in the movie game anymore. We've
They're
dipped
not
out
funded
because
anymore.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
They got beat up. They first got punched in the gut when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers didn't do well. And that was actually a good movie, dude. But it just didn't do well, dude.
It was serviceable. It was okay. I'm not going to say it was terrible. It had a good bones for a foundation where they could have built off of it, and they just didn't because the reception was like, oh, this is boring, this sucks, or whatever.
Yeah.
It could have worked. But man,
it is what
fuck
it
Moana.
Is, man. Hey, look, at the end of the day, it's business, and Disney did good business. You got to give them credit. They did good business. I don't like the fact that I gotta say Disney knew what they was doing with this one, but they saw an opportunity. They sprung on it. They took advantage of it, and it hit for them. All right, they hit that lick. It worked out. You got to give them credit, man. Credit where credit is due. Look, I don't want them to succeed, but at the same time, I see what they did. That's using your brain, because if Moana is your number one streaming movie on Disney Plus, nobody, I mean, out of all the movies, think about it, out of all the movies that Disney got, Moana is number one. Damn it, we got to put that in theaters, man. We can't let that be some show on Disney Plus. That don't make sense. Bob Iger saw that, he made that move, and you see it paid off. So again, as much as we dislike it, it is what it is. I wish some of these other companies would figure out how to do these properties right, like with Transformers. Because now Transformers is off the table. We ain't going to get another Transformers movie, at least not for a minute, or a G.I. Joe movie, which I think has never been done justice. You know, we have lost so much out of those two properties. And those two properties are that's half of my childhood. You know, the other half is He-Man and Thundercats. But like those two properties, Transformers, G.I. Joe, it's like, come on. They were talking about doing the Transformers versus G.I. Joe movie. I was like, damn, man, that might actually be all right.
Still waiting for Street Sharks and Biker Mice from Mars, man. Come on.
If you've been reading the Transformers run that's happening right now, it's so good. The G.I. Joe run that's happening right now, it's so good. The film was good. And then it's like, just nothing. Just nothing. Yeah. Moana's about to make $1 billion. Like, yo, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Man, Kata's bit over.
I hate it. I hate it.
When I saw this shit, I was like, Kata is hot, man. Kata is hot.
That movie was good. That movie was good, dude. This movie, Transformers is good. Like,
it's
really
one of the best movies it's one of the best movies of the year.
It's one of those, and you watch it, you find so
fellas, by the way, think about it. Start putting your list together. Last office of the year, I want you guys on here. The last Sunday of the year, we're going to put our top 10s together. Everybody get your top 10 movies of the year. Start thinking about what they are. You know, we still got some more movies coming up because I know Nosferatu is coming up, and along with some other films. So start thinking about what is your top 10 movies of 2024, and that's going to be our like final stream of the year. We're going to go through that. So you guys start putting that together and think about that. Kata, I know you got to take off because you got something to do, bro. I appreciate you coming in, even just for these few moments, just to bless the stream. Tell the folks out there if you got anything coming up, if you want to shout out anything, let the folks want to know. Brush the mustache there. There you go. Go ahead, bro.
I don't really have anything to shield besides New Black Street. We're starting to do the streams on Monday nights. Y'all should come through. Those are going to be good, especially tomorrow's stream. It's going to be there's some bull crap going on right now, so we're going to be talking about that in this space. There's a lot of bull crap happening, and then obviously the Friday shows. Look out for that. And then if you want to sub to my channel, you can as well. And I upload there whenever I feel like it. So if you want to sub to that, go ahead.
All right, cool. Hey, everybody get over there and subscribe to Kata. I put the link in the stream, and it's also in the description of every video that, you know, we do on the DA's office. Kata, I want to get one last thing. We are going to get back to this, but I saw this pop up, and I was curious because this is another one since you do game a lot. Let me bring this up. Oh, wait, there it is. Is this what gamers want?
This is literally I'm about to go talk about that right now on stream because it's caused such a ruckus today in this space where you got the overly religious people going crazy and then acting the same way the leftists act and shit. It's ridiculous. You got people that I interact with going at it's ridiculous, bro. So I'm literally about to go talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about it again tomorrow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to talk about this a little bit later on. Me, T, and Sci-Fax. Kata, get on out of here. Thank you very much, bro, for coming through. I appreciate you there very much. Everybody, get out there and subscribe to Kata, New Blackstreet, Atreus. Them cats is real. They do what they do, and I love them, and I appreciate them for being here. Thanks once again, brother. I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir. I'll be here on the next one, man.
All right, there it is. Kata, Khalil Too Short. All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to talk about that video because that thing blew the hell up. That whole, is this what gamers want? That thing blew up like nobody's business. Everybody's like, yeah, so much cake. It's too much cake. All right. But what are gamers looking for? All right. What are people that play video games looking for? Mr. Ian says, hell yes, the DI. Okay. All right. We're going to get to it. But before we do,
it doesn't
we
hurt
have
the games,
another super chat. I want to hit that up. Thank you very much, Fire Dragon 57 for the $10. Did you notice the comment that said they saw it on the plane, they would still walk out? That was a great comment. Yes, I did see that comment. Yes, that is a phenomenal comment on that Snow White video. If I watched this movie on a plane, I would still walk out. It's hilarious, man. Look, all of the comments in that, if you go back and look at that Snow White video, that's where the entertainment is. The entertainment isn't in the trailer. The entertainment is 1,000,000% in the comment section. Everybody just opens up the video and they run straight to the comment section. I bet half of the people that have already disliked that video have never watched the trailer. They've only watched, and they went straight to the comment section, and they've just been laughing and having a great time. Because, look, this movie is a dumpster fire, and nobody's going to watch it. Any thoughts on that comment, guys?
Yeah, no, dude, any of these videos that get downvoted, man, dude, the comment section is just gold for comments, dude. Like, you'll find some of the funniest shit. It's like there's more creative people in the comment section than are making these movies. Like some of the shit they come up with, it's hilarious every single time.
This movie is gonna be like Barbie, dude. Y'all are thinking they're gonna take an L on this. They're not gonna take an L. This is
they're gonna take an L.
This is Disney's Barbie, dude. They're not gonna take an L on this. This movie is gonna be undefeated, dude. Undefeated.
It's gonna be the biggest box office flop we've seen in a long time because they've spent a lot of money on this movie. They spent a lot of money on this movie. They're gonna spend a lot of money marketing it because it's
girls want to feel like a princess, dude. This is a princess story.
Yeah, but not this princess.
This is the princess story. It's going.
Yeah, it should be, but they don't want to feel like this princess because Rachel Zegler is a wretched shrew of a woman, and nobody likes.
It'll do worse than Little Mermaid for sure.
Oh, easily. If this thing hits $500 million in the overall box office, I will be shocked. I will be stunned. I will be stunned. Look, real quick, let me say what's up to the folks that have gifted memberships. Thank you, Donna Hergenrether, for gifting memberships and then also thank you to Fire Dragon 57. I got a couple of videos for you guys. Thank you very much. Here you go. Yeah, thank you very much, Donna. And then Fire Dragon 57. This is for you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. P says, read my Minecraft comment, please. Let's see. Is that this one right here? Block by block is going to be Transformers 1 for the Minecraft franchise, unlike that crap live action movie from WB. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not a big Minecraft guy. My kids definitely are. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that Minecraft is going to be a dumpster fire. look, that trailer got just as many downvotes, if not more, than Snow White. So yeah, it's going to be shit. All right.
Even
Hey,
the trailer looks
no
like an
worries, sir.
SNL
Hey,
skit,
look.
dude. It looks terrible.
Yeah. No worries, sir.
Super
You're
soft.
one of the top supporters. I appreciate you being here, sir, very much. All right, let me show you guys this. I thought this was a kind of a palate cleanser. Let's talk about our favorites and stuff. All right. I saw this post that was popped up by Christopher Nolan, Art and Updates. Who's your favorite Catwoman? All right. Before we get on to other topics, we got a lot of topics. T, who is your favorite Catwoman? You got Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer. All right. You got the Batman, which is oh shit, what's her name? Damn, why can't I think of her name? It was
I'm gonna tell you who. Pfeiffer is the number one. Hathaway's
Pfeiffer in
Hathaway got the most body. Like Hathaway, full thrust.
and
Like,
Hathaway, yeah. Zoe Kravitz. Thank you, chat. Thank you very much, chat. Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, poof.
Yeah, and then of course you got the animated
Michelle
series.
Pfeiffer for sure, and then it would be the animated series next. Because I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer just killed it in that role, man. And with the whip, and then you see the behind the scenes thing where she actually did all that. It's like, it, man,
she's actually
she nailed it in like one shot.
Popping heads off of mannequins.
Movie. I feel like that was an underrated movie. Like Christopher Walken is amazing in that movie. Man,
yeah.
Danny DeVito, they all did well. That was a banger of a movie, dude.
You know what's funny? All right, so Michelle Pfeiffer is listed. I'm looking here. Everybody, Julie Newmar. All right, some people like Julie Newmar, Zoe or Michelle, Eartha Kitt. Remember, Black Catwoman. We had Eartha Kitt back then. You know,
DI.
Nobody said Halle Bailey or Berry. I'm sorry, Halle Berry. Nobody said Halle Berry. That shows you how, even though she is probably the most finest Catwoman that's ever played the role, ain't nobody like, nah, you was trash. All right, that movie was terrible. That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Did you guys watch the Catwoman by Halle? Did you guys see that movie?
Yeah, I saw it. I think I've only seen it like one time, but it was god awful, man.
Oh
At least like if you go and rewatch like Daredevil with Ben Affleck, like it actually is not as bad as you probably think it was when you first saw it. Like you can rewatch it now and it's like it's actually watchable.
And DC
Catwoman is not. Catwoman is not at all.
They're still doing stupid stuff. It's crazy, dude. They're still making dumb one-off, dumb movies.
Oh yeah. No, what's crazy is she got a Razzie for that one. Did y'all remember that?
Yeah, didn't she go and actually accept it too?
I'm about to bring it up, bro. And to me, like, this shows you how much of a good sport Halle Berry really is, man. First of all, oh wait, nah, this isn't a good movie. Hold on. She is a really good sport when it comes to being a let me get this up. It was the Razzie, right? It's the Razzie Acceptance Award. Is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. Okay, here we go.
That's how actors need to be nowadays, man. Be a little bit more humble, and like when something like this happens, just own it. Be like, yeah, I'm still here, whatever, and I'll take my award for the worst movie. It's fine. do more of that. Come on, people will like you a lot more. Trust me.
I love it because it felt like she was a real person for once. You know, it's like these actresses are often not real. You know, they're just kind of like, I'm trying to find. Let me share this. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that, y'all.
She's definitely not mid, and she's over 50. Look at this.
Look, this is her accepting the Razzie Award. I mean, you can see, like, back in the day, she was a fox, man. She was beautiful.
What are you talking about back in the day?
Guys.
This is like 20 years ago.
I never in my life
pulling out.
thought I would be up here. Winning a Razzie. I mean, it's not like I ever aspired to be here. But thank you. Oh gosh.
Yeah, this is like an 8-minute acceptance speech. Like, she goes all the way in. It's a really good thing. You guys should go and watch it if you haven't watched it already. But yeah, I mean, she is a beautiful woman, man. She is a gorgeous woman. But as high as her shit was. Because remember, she had just won Best Actress. All right, she had just won Best Actress for what was the movie she won with Billy Bob Thornton?
Swordfish?
She won no, it's
Or was it
with
Swordfish?
Billy Bob Thornton. She did a movie with Billy Bob Thornton.
That was Monsters Ball. It wasn't Monsters Ball.
It's Monster Ball. Yeah, no. She won Academy Award for Monster Ball. Thank you, T. She won the Academy Awards for Monsters Ball, and she still shows up to accept Worst Actress. She showed up to accept Worst Actress in Catwoman. So you got to give her credit, man. You got to give her credit. We like actresses like that, by the way.
There's the diversity in her acting skills. You know, she can be the best at things and still the worst sometimes. It's fine.
She is definitely
Just own it, man.
Yeah, just own it. Just be a human being. Okay, be a normal person. Oh, you know what? You did a bad job in that movie, and that movie sucked. But guess what? You know what? We're giving you a Razzie Award, and she shows up, and I think Sandra Bullock also showed up and accepted her Razzie. So it's a couple of actresses that seem to get it. It's like, look, this ain't serious business. We're just having a good time. We gave you the Worst Actor of the Year. Show up and accept it. I appreciate that, man. I respect that. I respect that from Halle Berry. She was a good sport, as Rafa Balde just said. Good sport about it. All right, you know, now
they need to do which actress loses the most at the box office, and then, you know, Rachel Zegler can go and claim her reward.
Yeah, if James Mangold got a Razzie, man, he would throw a fit, man. Straight up name. He would throw an absolute fit. Yeah, she's a classy woman. All right, classy. I heard she's a little nutso. All right, T, where does Halle Berry fit on your chart? All right, is she a 9? And she got to be a 9, bro.
For sure.
Not a 10?
She tickles a 10 sometimes. She's a tweener. But when she wants to be a 10, she could be a 10.
T, when we getting that list, man? When we getting the actress list?
Round 2?
You need to bust out a scroll like it's like Santa's list, you know, and just let it unfurl in front of you and then read them all off.
It's kind of this list has got to be special. Round 2 is very, very, because it's the expansion draft. So we can take these older actresses, you know, the younger ones, man, they're not looking good, dude. It's kind of hard. You know what's messed things up? I'm spoiled by Instagram because I see some girls on Instagram. I'm like, ooh, wee. Lord have mercy.
So see, T, that's all filters and shit, bro. That's all filters.
But the gram still got they got some bangers on the gram, man. So when I look at Sweeney, I look at dude,
go check out Paige Sporanic, man.
Pillow, man, when you wake up in the morning, dude, after you did your do, man. But I mean, I guess that's what y'all want. Y'all want to do the do, dude. But she can't make you no breakfast, dude. She can't order you no DoorDash.
Dude, she like fixes her own cars and stuff, man. She would be the one to actually make you breakfast. None of these other women. Yeah, she does.
You ain't seen the videos of Sydney Sweeney fixing cars, bro?
Yeah, she does like she does restorations on like old cars and shit, man.
That could get her a point. That can get her a point up.
That's where we're coming from, man. We've seen those videos, man. She's like down to earth, man.
Like trash, dude. I don't like that push-up bra. I don't like girls with Victoria's Secret bras, dude. I told you I like Frederick's Hollywood or Nordstrom's $200 bras, man. That's tittyflation, man. I don't like it.
Tittyflation.
Let me see if I can find a good one here, man. Yeah, she like restores classic cars.
Girl, man, come on. Yeah. It's way more bangers than this. Way more. Selma Hayek is still clown on this girl. Selma Hayek ain't. Come on now,
dude. Come on, Selma Hayek. Come on.
Penelope Cruz, anger. Y'all are on it. Sofia Vergara.
Sofia Vergara is, look, man, she's an older lady, but yeah, 1000%, man. 1000%. Yeah, so here she is right here.
Look at this mediocre girl with big old ears. Get out of here. Oh, those titties.
Yeah, she's a girl, man. She gets it in, man. She's a beautiful woman. You can say whatever you want to say. I think she's a classic beauty. You know, she has a classic beautiful look to her. But on top of that, yeah, she's a real woman, man. Let me get to this right here. Where is it at?
If you don't get these buddy,
that's just her talking about it. Okay.
Come on.
But yeah, she restores classic cars, man. She's
It's like that
that's
one
a
she's
pro,
riding
man. I
around
don't
in.
care
She restored
who
that
you
one.
are.
Man, I did not know I was working for the candy company, man. It's a bunch of suckers up here. God dang, man. This is crazy. Crazy, dude. That mediocre.
Look, DK Bones agree with you. She's all right with some big titties. Look, listen, let me say this something, okay? A lot of people just look at the face card, and I understand. I understand the face card, but you got to look at the whole package. All right. You got to look at the whole package, guys. You can't just stop at this. Like this is all there is to a woman. No, you got to go all the way. And she keeps herself in shape, and she's a beautiful woman on top of that, and she's interesting, and she got the chesticles. Come on, y'all. Come on, T. I can never look,
she'd
guys.
be way
I've had
more
this
interesting to hang
conversation
out with
T
than like
a
half
million
the women
times.
you think
I'm
are
never going
beautiful,
to
man.
convince him. I just got to move on with it. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney to me is a 9.
What did you say?
8.5 on a bad day.
You
8.5 on a bad
crazy,
day.
dude.
8.5.
The most I will
8.5.
ever get that girl is a low 7. The most. And that is, I mean, and that is being generous, dude.
Whatever, bruh.
She is
Dude, just like with that sweater, you need to take that opinion and return it, man, because that's not good, dude.
Gosh, dude. Y'all are
Chesticles, that Bruzilla, the chesticles, bro. I'm telling you. That makes the difference, man. Those are difference makers, man. Those are difference makers. I'm sorry, T. Those are difference makers. And I know you know this. All right, because me and you have talked about this. I know you know this. So stop, okay? You just playing for the crowd.
Sexy, dude. She's not.
Hey, just straight capping, man. Just for the
not going to do anything.
just to be a contrarian, man.
Yes, to be contrarian. Yeah, that's fine.
Plenty of women who look
Let's
good.
talk about Skeleton Crew. Let's talk about Skeleton Crew real quick. Dan Crane, hail to the DA. What's up, Dan Crane? Thanks for hanging out with us, bro. What did y'all think of this? T, you finally watched both episodes, okay? So look, I'm here to hear from you, okay? I want to hear from you because you watched both episodes of the Skeleton Crew. Where are you at with this show, okay? I'm going to bring you up full screen. I'm going to let you give your T rant and see how you feel, all right?
Do it to it,
Go
man.
ahead.
This movie, this show, they ruined this franchise forever, man. And then you're going to have homes like the Brady Bunch in this movie. And the show on episode 1, and then like episode 2, it kind of gets into it, dude. It starts off great in episode 1. Then it like goes this mixture. Fucking kids, because y'all like the kids in the goddamn movies. I fucking can't stand kids in the shows, dude, because they're not good actors, man, because they're not interesting. They're not interesting at all. This franchise is done. Stick a fork in it, because you know what they're going to do? Pull at your heartstrings. Wait a minute. So you can get Domino's pizza delivered to your driveway in Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away? Come on, man. Wait a minute. How a goddamn elephant got more rights than a goddamn black dude or anybody up there? They got rights. The robot got rights. This thing is horrible, dude. Now, episode 2 is a little better, dude, but episode 1 is so terrible, dude. I don't like kid actors. Because they're not good, dude. This story makes no sense. Oh, I'm falling down. Oh my gosh. And then they got to have the goddamn girls, super girls that come out everywhere. The same, by the way, those girls are the girls that grew up to be the girls in fucking Alien Romulus I just fucking saw. How the fuck do these chick powered chicks get everywhere? What the fuck? Who's making this shit? God damn it. Can we get some, you know what I would like to see? I would like to see 3 titties in fucking Star Wars. Have some fucking titties do something. Have some fucking sex appeal. Hey, she grew up to be a hot warrior. Do something. Damn. And fucking Jedis don't have fucking sex? Shit. God damn it. You got a fucking space nerd with fucking glasses on? Who's the fucking
no, T, the Jedi don't have sex, man. I'm sorry. I know you desperate for some titty action in Star Wars. It's not gonna happen.
We can get blue titty milk, but we can't get real titty. Come on.
We cannot.
This one's specifically a kid's show, man. Come on.
Yeah, we talking about the Skeleton
I'm not
Crew,
expecting to see
I'm
some
sorry
sexy
that you
women
want to
here.
see where the titties at in Skeleton Crew. How come the kid? Look, no, that's not what we doing, bro. All right, that's not what we doing.
Y'all like that stuff. You like the heartstrings. Oh my God, it's Amblin Entertainment. It's oh my gosh, it reminds me of Steven Spielberg. No, it's crap, dude. It's crap. And I didn't even know if that was a boy until he says, hey, buddy. That kid is
Oh yeah, the
ambiguous.
one kid.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what he is. I'm like, I
I
don't
don't
know,
have a
man.
problem with that. I don't have a problem with that actor and the kid. And you know me, T. I don't have a problem with the kids. I think there's room for kids, but I wish there were slightly better actors, but nevertheless, they're still acting like kids. They're still acting like we would expect kids to act. Like when they busted out the toys and the kid is playing with the toys right before. That's what we used to do when we were kids. We're sitting at the breakfast table playing with toys. That's what we used to do. We're waiting at the bus stop and we're playing lightsaber battles. That's what we used to do. So I don't have a problem with that. Now, did you like the second episode?
Second episode was a little bit better, man, but I didn't like how episode 1 started off. It started off kind of fast, and then it went really at a slow pace. And you kept waiting for it to turn over to kickstart. And they do that in episode 2, which I can appreciate. But episode 1, like, how am I supposed to be interested in what these kids are doing, right? You're gonna let me guess what the plot. Kids are gonna do something stupid, mischievous. The last 15 minutes of the last 8 minutes of the show, they're gonna fix it with, oh, okay, well, we learned our lesson. Let's move on to the next challenge. And it's just this big old fucking quest. You know what I'm saying? You remember how they used to have shows with the X marks the spots and they go on this whole roundabout thing to get to it? That's all this is, man. This is like a tether. I don't like.
I mean, that's how stories go, man. Like, you don't they're not a straight line, dude. Like, if they were always a straight line, it would be boring.
Brogu, I'm there with you, man. It was fun. I didn't think too hard about it. I just watched it and I tried to have fun with it. And I was like, you know what? This was fun. Now the question is when we get to this next episode, because that's going to drop on Tuesday. And look, we'll be going live right after that episode drops. If you guys want to hear my commentary, I'm probably going to be on with EBN first, and then I'm going to go over and Echo Base Network. That is, I'm going to go live with Echo Base, and then I'll do the nightcap with Skeleton Crew. So you guys make sure you watch. And I think it's going to be okay. I think this whole series is going to be okay. It's not going to be any kind of series that saves the franchise. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Star Wars is saved. Nah, hell no. Okay. But it will be fun and it's going to be okay. And honestly, that's better than The Acolyte, because where we left off after The Acolyte, the series, the entire franchise was dead, done. It's over. If we get something that's fun and it's okay, that's actually kind of an improvement from the last bullshit that we saw, which was The Acolyte, So I think, I don't know. I think right now, this is sort of a palate cleanser for Lucasfilm. What do you guys think? Is this kind of like a palate cleanser? Lucasfilm is just kind of, all right, let's just give them something for the kids, something fun, something interesting, and maybe we do some world building, maybe not. But ultimately, it's not going to really move the needle.
It's
I don't
not
know
going to change it's not going to change anything for the Star Wars universe or anything, and it doesn't exactly feel like Star Wars. It's definitely it's a kid's show, and if you look at it in that way, you can kind of like, I don't know, not judge it as harshly or whatever. But so far, it seems interesting. It's more interesting than what the Acolyte and shit like that. Like, I'd much rather watch this. I mean, I don't know how the next episodes are going to go, but so far these 2 episodes are at least better than basically all of the Acolyte so far. So,
hey, Greg C, I heard the same rumors. So you know what the rumors are, right? Have you heard them, Cyfax?
Yeah, the 2 moms.
Yeah. So I've heard those same rumors, Greg C. It just depends on how it's handled. If they make a big deal about it and they, stress it and they push it and it's in your face for more than a second, okay, yeah, that's a problem. If they just, this one character has 2 moms and they move right back to the adventure, I don't think anybody's going to care. That's just my
like, oh, here's my parents, and 2 women walk in. It's like, okay, that's all. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Move on.
Yeah.
Great.
If they just touch it and move on, I think they'll be fine. But if they dwell on it and they try to make a point about it and they try to push it, I think that's where they always run into trouble with this shit. It's like I said with Andor. Andor had a lesbian couple. Nobody cared because they touched on it and they moved on. They didn't sit and dwell on it for episode after episode after episode. It wasn't like The Acolyte where we got this whole episode 3, right? Dedicated to the lesbian moms. It's like nobody was looking for this shit. Why are y'all doing this? No, they just touched in Andor. They touched on it and they moved right on. So it really depends on how it's handled. That's really ultimately when it comes down to any of this woke shit. How long do you spend talking about it? If you spend a minute, all right, whatever. You know, out of a 50, 40-minute episode, you spent like a minute talking about it. All right, whatever. But if you go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and it becomes a part of the agenda, then it's like, all right, man, I'm out. You guys are
if it's just a light, slightly glossed over thing, but when they start expanding on this stuff and they expand on it to the point where like even the kids will be like, you wouldn't understand. I got 2 moms. It's not like that. It'd be like, okay, shut the fuck up with this. Like no one wants to hear that.
Please say what Mr. P is saying. No, Lucasfilm is all the way off the rails and it needs to be sold. So even if we see things that are not terrible, it still needs to be sold. Kathleen Kennedy needs to be fired. Dave Filoni needs to be, everybody needs to be gone. Okay. So get that straight, all right, before we go any further. But
let me say
on
this.
top of that, we could still say, oh, okay, show's not terrible. You know, go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. What I'll say is that the reason why people have an issue, in my opinion, is because if I'm a parent and I'm watching the show, it's a kid's show, right? I don't think that has no place in it because what it does is counterintuitive to what I'm allowing my children to watch, and they don't need to. That's not something they need to worry about, right? It could go against your value system, right? Like, hey, listen, how do I explain this? I don't want my kids to be seduced by something that they shouldn't even know about, right? It's just like you telling your kid, hey, man, don't look in there. Because if they look in there, it could trigger something in their brain. It could release something too early, and then you can't unput Jack in the box, right? And I just think that sometimes these shows, man, that they force the issue, man, when it doesn't need to be forced at all, man. Let's just, don't do that, man. Like, I just trying to watch a good show. The premise is this and the premise is that. Just leave it alone, right?
Yeah.
I see more. How come I see more of that than I actually see husband and wife together, right? And I told you how Disney does.
Yep.
They deal in trauma. Look at this damn show with this kid in the little ambiguous kid in Star Wars. This little skeleton kid, single dad taking care of the kid. No fucking mom. It's always
where's the mother at? Right, and well, it's the opposite because you got the one mom, the single mom with the one girl. Where's the father?
The only one with a normal nuclear family is the elephant kid.
The little elephant kid is the only one that got a mom, a dad, and some, brothers and sisters and siblings and everything. It's like, and then the one girl that we haven't seen yet, that's the one with the lesbian moms.
Right.
The one girl, the world's advisor.
Well, they seduce you. They seduce you into this trauma, man, that you're not realizing, man. You're like, wait a minute. It's just like the creature Commandos. Wait a minute. Rick Flag, you smashing a teenager. What you doing? Right? What's going on with that? Like, they seduce you. Hey, you having sex with a corpse. This stuff happens to us, man. And we're not like, whoa.
Well, that's exactly what you segued right into this because this is the next topic, okay? Creature Commandos. Obviously it's got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, 81% popcorn meat. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wrong. One more. My bad. Let me stop sharing this and let me bring this back up. Okay.
It can't be that high.
No. Well, I mean, it's still not terrible. All right. Actually, Creature Commandos sitting at 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, 78%. That's huge to me. I said this show is marginal at best. Okay. It's a very average show average to bad. I don't know if you guys out there have
best
seen.
I could give it would be
Commandos.
A 5 out of 10, and I wouldn't recommend it.
No,
I would give it a 5 out of 10, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Like,
no, not at all.
Like, it's a must viewing. No, it's not.
But they want to highlight the first R-rated sex scene. So now we're talking about sex scenes in Creature Commandos. They actually had 2 of them. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yeah,
they had one that was off screen and one that was on screen. Did you catch that, Cyphex?
Yeah. It was the bathroom scene with the flag and the princess, and then Frankenstein with the bride.
I didn't need to see that, man.
Nah. And like what T just said, it's like, dude, you're having sex with a literal corpse. Like, what the hell?
I didn't need that. I didn't need to see that, man. I was like, what are we doing here, James Gunn? This is how you're introducing the DCU. This is how you're introducing your franchise. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, they're doing what the initials are. The D did see you. God dang, man, put it all up in the little girl. Like, what's wrong with them, man? Putting it up like that was unnecessary, dude. Very unnecessary. It just. Why did you tell those 2 episodes? Those episodes didn't do anything but bring confusion to the situation. To a universe that everybody's already confused about anyway. They're like, man, you don't got a Superman trailer, and then you made us wait for that. You made us wait all these months for that week showing with that whack animation, dude. It's uninteresting, dude. Uninteresting.
I didn't mind the animation. I'll be honest with you. The animation was okay. You know, it wasn't
Animation
great,
was
but it wasn't
whatever.
something that really distracted from the overall story. If the story was better, I wouldn't really care. But because the story is bad, then you start nitpicking. You know, it's like, the animation ain't that good, you know. But like, again, why do we have this being the first? James Gunn could have started the DCU any way he wanted to. He could have started it in a million different ways. He chose the Creature Commandos to start this thing. And in my opinion, this is not the start that you want. This is a very ordinary, drab, plain Jane kind of series. It doesn't really move the needle at all. You know, so now you really need that Superman trailer to hit a home run. Because now I'm like, well, shit, you got my attention. But now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this thing is, man.
Yeah, if this is his introduction or like his introduction to what his world is going to be, it's not a great start. He probably definitely shouldn't have put this out first, but it was probably the easiest and quickest and cheapest thing to do. And they were just like, okay, yeah, we can knock this out in like 8 months or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but it's not a great start.
Hey, necrophilia? This is what we doing? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Now, again, this is only gonna be hardcore comic book, nerds. Nobody else cares. All right. Nobody else cares. Everybody else doesn't. Nobody's watching this shit. Nobody's watching this. Everybody's waiting for the Superman trailer, which I've heard is supposed to come out about a week from tomorrow. Okay, it's supposed to come out on December 16th.
He said no. He said no. He said no. He's not doing it. He said he's not. No, he said he's not dropping it.
It's not going to drop on December 16th.
He said it's not dropping. He said I'm not dropping. He said nope.
I didn't hear anything about that. I've been hearing that a trailer is supposed to drop in December. I just didn't know what day.
That's the only thing I've heard. I've heard December 16th. That's the rumor on Reddit. I follow Reddit. Yeah, I'm probably not supposed to follow Reddit, but I follow Reddit. Okay, and that's what I've heard is that December 16th. So we'll see if it drops next Monday. If that's going to be the biggest trailer that DC
It'll be a massive story.
In years. Yeah, but the question is, again, going back to why start with Creature Commandos and why start with this type of a storyline? This isn't a good start, in my opinion. This is not a good start for the DC universe. If you want to start the DC universe off right, it's okay to start it with Creature Commandos, but putting sex scenes and all of that kind of shit, that just feels like stupid. I mean, I'm sorry, man. James Gunn is not thinking about the overall general fan base. You should be trying to pump this thing up, get a lot of attention, get a lot of you should be trying to get everybody excited about this.
You want like good word of mouth from this. You want good word of mouth, and then right now it's not like. If anything, it's like lukewarm at best. Some people are like, kind of where we're at. It's like at the best, I could give it a 5 out of 10.
That's why I also
wouldn't recommend it. So
that's why I brought this up. This popcorn meter of 78% is just like, okay, it's not rotten, but at the same time, it's not like, oh my God, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's looking forward to it. Everybody's buzzing about it. There's no buzz about this. I've been waiting and just kind of mellowing out and seeing if there's any buzz. I finally did a video. I had to watch this thing 3 times because the first time I watched it, it was late at night. The second time I watched it, it was like a lot of distractions going on. So I finally sat down and said, look, let me clear the decks. Let me watch this thing. It's only like 22-minute episodes. And I was just like, I'm underwhelmed, man. I am so underwhelmed. And this is the next big universe that's supposed to launch. So it really makes me think at this point, is there any point to go on with universes? Like cinematic universes, are these dead? Are we done with the cinematic universe model? And it's like, hey, now just grab a character, make a trilogy off of that character. We're done. We're not going any further with the cinematic universe model because Marvel did it once and it worked, but even Marvel can't pull it off anymore. You know, Sony Spider-Man universe can't do it, you know, with all of the bullshit they do. They can't do it, right? So are we
Well,
done
and
with the cinematic universe model? Because if James Gunn is giving us this, and James Gunn is a guy that I think understands comic books, I don't know. I think we're kind of over it and we're done. I know Mr. P is going to be like, hell yeah, you know, because Mr. P hates the cinematic universe. All right. But everybody else, look, I already saw. I said, it's Mr. P. I know you, bro.
dude,
I knew you was gonna
they
say
also
that.
shouldn't announce that everything's going to be connected too. Like when James Gunn did that, it's like in theory that sounds like a semi-okay idea, but if just one thing fails, all the other things are going to be connected to that now too. So it's a dumb idea. He should have just been like, yeah, everything's kind of on its own, and then if certain things work, then you can start combining them. But to do this and to launch it with this, it's like you're starting out like, dude, like behind you're just starting at a bad space. Like it's not going to do well. Like it's already putting a bad taste in people's mouths. So like, you know, there's no good word of mouth. Hopefully the trailer for Superman comes out and is just a banger, you know, but Creature Commandos right now, it's just not it. It's barely worth talking about other than like, yeah, I guess you can watch it if you got time, but who cares?
T,
That's
are we over? Is the cinematic universe period over?
Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. And it's over because they need time. They need at least there needs to be a 10-year gap in redo projects, redo and reboots. It needs to be a 10-year gap. It needs to be so long of a gap, but I don't think that Hollywood can afford to do it just because the pandemic messed up the flow of business, man. It messed up the flow of how to do things. They were already on thin ice. They don't have anybody to transition into stardom, man. You don't, like I said before, when you see movie posters, you should see actors' names, so and so, DiCaprio up there, or Pitt. You don't see any of that, man. A lot of these movies aren't good, man, and they tank, man. The writers aren't good.
Yeah.
Their agenda isn't good, man. Right now, it's identity politics in some of these movies, man, and everybody is just over it, dude. It's over it because it takes the fun out of you. You want me to actually pay to see trauma that I don't even want to show my kids? Wait a minute. Why I have to explain to my kids why two mommies are kissing or two dads are kissing? Like that's just too much, man. Like it should be you're taking innocence away from innocent situations where they shouldn't have to go there, and I shouldn't have to explain that kind of stuff, man. That's not a conversation that I, as an adult, need to be having with a child this early, right? That should not be something. That's not something. I don't need this. The movies don't need to teach me anything. I don't need to learn any lessons, right? I just want to see a good movie. If a lesson comes upon, okay, but that shouldn't be the intention of the movie to be like, hey, we're trying to teach this lesson. That's not cool, man.
I guess my question again, just going back, just talking about cinematic universes, Marvel's really the only ones that have gotten this thing right. You know, where okay, we created a cinematic universe, we connected multiple movies into an event film, and it took off and it did great. Or is that era done? Are we done with that? Because it seems like Marvel's really the only ones that has gotten this thing right. DC didn't get it right with the first one. Yeah, we had like, the Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and then the Justice League, that all connected, and then they kind of added some spin-off movies, but we really never had a cohesive cinematic universe. Except Marvel. Marvel's the only one that has gotten it right and did a good job with it. And even they are dropping the ball right now. Even they can't get phases 4, 5, and 6 going in a way that keeps the audience's attention to the point where it's like, okay, we know that Secret Wars is going to be great. We know that Doomsday is going to be great. None of these movies is going to be great. We all expect these movies to flop. So the question is, are we already done? Like Marvel's the only one that really pulled off a cinematic universe and nobody else is going to get this thing. You remember the monster, like the Dark Universe with the Universal Monsters? They were trying to drop some. They couldn't even get that thing off the ground. Like nothing seems to work. Like the only one that's worked ever in the history of film is Marvel. You can have sequels, you can have this and that, but connect the universes. Yeah, that one. Yeah, with Tom Cruise and the Mummy. It's just like it seems like all of these cinematic universes are already done. And even the one that James Gunn is trying to launch right now, it almost feels like, bruh, this ain't it. This ain't it, man. That's how I feel about it. Like right now, I feel that way.
Stories, man. They telling a lot of the same stories, and people go over. That's one thing that lagged on Batman, man. When they tried, are we gonna start with the whole Martha thing, him getting shot? Everybody knows that backstory, man. We want to move past. We should be way past that, man. At least when you watch James Bond. James Bond has been around since the 60s and before, right? Just those independent things. And James Bond had circled back around in Skyfall and the rest of the thing. He's like, dang, I didn't even see that coming. It was great. Now that works. But I don't like how they just keep telling the same story and it doesn't advance any further. James Bond does not do that. James Bond is very gritty. It's good storytelling, man. And they try to advance the story as much as they can until where they say, okay, we need to do a soft reboot within our reboot.
Yeah.
It works. Now, why can't Marvel or DC get that same thing going on? I think one of the worst things that could have happened is for Disney to buy Marvel, because they Disneyfy everything. They Disneyfy Star Wars, they Disneyfy Marvel, man, and they don't tell the stories as the fans know them. The only reason fans are in is because I've been telling my kid this whole time, this is what's going to happen. And then when it doesn't happen, I look like a fool. It's dumb.
The other thing, because it goes to Disney and stuff, it's like you got to kind of almost make it more almost kid friendly because that's their company motto, So when you have characters that are like, shooting lightning and doing all this crazy shit, it's like you kind of expect some, brutality in it. It almost needs to be there. And when you Disneyfy stuff, you take that away from it, man. And like, you can't show it, or it has to be done off screen or something. It's a dumb way to go about it, man.
Right. And look at sci-fi. Look, we believe in these companies because, okay, you got the resources to make stuff happen. That's why you bought it. You bought an IP because you feel like you could take this thing to the next level. See, they got away with it with Rogue One and that first Star Wars, that Force Awakens, which was trash and ass. They got away with it, dude. Just like how Kata was mad about freaking Moana 2. You got away with a trash movie, supposedly. A trash movie, and now you're going to what? You're going to go all in and mess up the story for me. We're going to get Moana 3 and 4 for sure. For sure. Oh, yeah. Within the next 10 years, you're going to get 3 and 4. It's going to happen.
Yep, I agree. Hey, everybody, thank you very much for the support. We got 3 gifted memberships, all by Dragon Master Zero. So Dragon Master Zero gifted 1 DA membership here. Then he gifted another one here and a 3rd one here. Dragon Master Zero, one of my supporters. Thank you very much, sir, for gifting those memberships. I'm sure the folks that got those are very appreciative. Don't forget, you can watch any nightcap, okay, along with some member early videos, because I do member only videos early on occasion. You can catch those early if you're a member. Any membership will do. The memberships that Dragon Master is given, of course, will qualify for that. But also any nightcap, okay, any nightcap. If you want to join, it's only $2, and you can watch all of the nightcap archives, because once we're done with the nightcap, it goes into the archive section, so you can't watch it unless you are a member. But if you do miss a nightcap, if you are a $2 a month member, you can definitely catch that out. Dragon Master has just gifted 3 memberships for those folks. Thank you very much, Dragon Master. Let me go ahead and hit y'all up with a super chat, or excuse me, a member thank you video for that. Here you go. Look, and then he hits with one more. And I'm playing the video. He dropped one more in there just in case. All right. Somebody missed one. Once again, Dragon Master, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. All right.
You guys start doing membership streams Are you gonna start?
You know what?
sending those?
Thank you for mentioning that, Syfax. I
remember
am
you mentioned it
planning
like
a
a month ago or
membership
something.
stream next week. Okay. And I was gonna announce it in the community tab, but thank you for mentioning that. I am planning to do one membership stream a month. All right. And that's going to be about mid-month. So on the 15th or so of the month, we will be having membership streams. If you are a member, you are invited to join. We will be bringing people on. So it's going to be nice. All right. We'll probably do it on a Saturday. So we'll have a Saturday membership stream because a lot of people have Saturday off. So you'll be able to plan around that. So if you are a member, all right, if you are a member and you want to join in and be a part of the conversation, I'll be bringing members in, bringing members out. But, whoever wants to join, you're welcome, because I want to start chopping it up with you guys. I see you guys in the chat. I see you guys in comments. It's going to be nice to have you guys on an actual stream, and then we can chop it up, talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. You can bring up the topics, okay? It's not my topics. It's you as members, your topics, your conversation, whatever it is you want to talk about. So we are going to start doing that starting next week, okay? So if you're a member, only if you're a member, okay? Only if you're a member, tell me what you want to talk about. I got my email out there. You see me on Twitter. Let me know. Okay. And then we'll put it together and then we'll have a dope membership stream for all the members. Thank you very much. And then, of course, who else? All right. Who else would come right on top of that? But my man, Staccato DDS. All right. Dropping memberships right now. So all new members. Hey, look. You guys can join in with the membership stream. Thanks to Staccato DDS. All right. Ain't that nice? Staccato DDS is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. He is one of my favorite people in the world because he supports the channel to the fullest. All right. So if you guys just got a membership from Staccato DDS, make sure you give this cat a thank you. All right. He's probably responsible for most of my members. I'll be very honest with you. All right. He's probably responsible for half of you guys. Thank you very much, Staccato DDS. You are a G. Hey, put the staccatos in the chat. If you have a membership, I got a special emoji for Staccato DDS. Put that up in the chat. Let the man know you appreciate his love, his support for this channel, okay? And, of course, we got to hit him with yet another membership welcome.
There's a reason he has his own emoji, man.
There's a reason he got his own emoji. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Staccato. Here we go. There it is. There it is. So 20 of you guys just got Derek the DA memberships, and I do appreciate Staccato DDS as always, brother. Thank you very much. I hope I see you. All right. I hope I see you on the membership chat or the membership stream because that's going to be dope. All right. All right. Look, we left Kata without talking about this, but I did want him to chime in on this. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Is this what video game fans want, man? This was on X, all right? This guy, Pirate Nation, said, is this what gamers want? Is this what gamers are looking for? Syfax, you play games.
Yeah, I just picked up Path of Exile 2, but that's more like a Diablo-style game. But, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like if I jumped on a game and that was in there, it's definitely not gonna hurt my feelings against the game. I'll be like, hey man, right on. It's not that big of a deal. Like if you play Bayonetta or something like that, there's sexy girls all over the place in a lot of games. But I think the biggest problem is like, sure, if they look like that and you get animations like that, I guess that could be a selling point. But the problem nowadays is like how they go out of their way to make characters uglier is the problem. So it's like, if we see that, it's like, well, at least, you got a good looking character to look at. At the very least, you have a good looking character to look at. So I think that's a plus for the most part.
Like, I've always felt like this. Like, if I'm watching a game, okay, if I'm playing the game, if I'm playing a game and I'm playing a character, I want to enjoy what I look like. Or, like, hey, this is my character. I'm running through. I'm shooting stuff. I'm killing monsters. I want to enjoy the look. Like, am I wrong? I'm not saying that you got to be like.
If you're
Yeah, go
staring at
ahead,
the
man.
backside of if you're staring at the backside of a character for 6 to 7 hours, depending however, or 3 to 7 hours, depending on how long you're going to play it. It's like I still want to look at like a good looking character the whole time. You don't want to look at some monstrosity or whatever. And usually by the time you're into the game, you're focused in on the game around you. You're not really looking at your character that often. But say you're doing like these running quests. A lot of games have shit like that where it's just like
Right. Yeah,
you
exactly.
run to this area or whatever. It's like, well, at least I had something to look at while I'm just running for 30 minutes or some shit. Like it
Look,
doesn't
SJ says
doesn't take away
better
from
than
it,
the
that's for sure.
uglies we've been getting. This is my thing, man. Because I played Stellar Blade, and again, I'm not saying that I bought the game so I could look at this half-naked chick running, but it's something else. It's something different. It's something better than just looking at some woman in cargo pants in a a sweater or whatever. It's like, nah, I mean, she's an attractive, female shape. Gamers are mostly guys, especially, for these types of games. Mostly guys are playing video games. So why wouldn't you give that to guys? T, you made a frowned up your face. Is this not what you're looking for, T? Are you not looking for this in your video game? I know you're not really a gamer.
Game. I want the real. I'm gonna have a real girl shaking that real thing up in here. I play Strip Connect 4. All right. I'm the guy who plays. Hey, let's play Strip fucking Jenga and all that stuff. That's me. That's how I'm actually got real women.
Plays strip beer pong, man.
I got real girls walking around in fishnet. All right, that's me. But if y'all want to play video games and take jerk naps, cool. But that's not me. I'm actually doing real life stuff, right? And doing that. Come on, that's a video game, man. Get that out of here.
Look, y'all already knew. I already knew you, T.
The question more is, if you do go play a video game, do you want your characters to at least look good though? If you are gonna play one,
man. First of all, if I'm playing video games, I'm getting top while I'm playing video games. But y'all want to do this? But okay,
you can't even do hypotheticals, man.
I'm not even doing hypotheticals. I'm just saying. And first of all, I get nauseous from the video games, man. So that's why I don't play them, man. I get motion sickness, so I don't even. No. This conversation.
Jiggle physics are too much for you.
It's the motion sickness, man. It's the movement and stuff. I can't. It's not.
T just
get vertigo or something.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me and HD says Uncle T is the ultimate hater, and I love
it. I love it. Hate.
My God, man. T is killing, man. He kills me, man. All right, look.
Because the girl look good on a video game, or you gonna talk to Angela and Pamela? Well, man.
Okay, no, look. Here's the real. All right, let's get serious for a second. Okay, here's where all the pushback came. It came from this guy, Dread Roberts. All right. He said any person with a modicum of decency would say no. In other words, is this what we want? No, this ain't what we want. This is not where the future of gaming should be headed. The constant promotion of half-naked women as the greener side of gaming is getting ridiculous, and I'm beginning to think these people who say they want to save gaming don't actually want to save it. So many claim to care about morals and the future generations, and not even giving an inch of progress to devs who push woke ideology or whatever else. But then they turn around and tell young men and women to support titles and throw that stuff in your face, on and on and on. So that's what he had to say. But I think the problem a lot of people had is with this statement, a modicum of decency. All right. If you like some tail shaking in your face, all right. If you like a lot of this stuff right here, all right. If this is what you about,
if you like
not
visually
have a
pleasing
modicum
things,
of decency,
like, come on, man. It's like you still want like visually pleasing things, man. You just naturally want that. I'm not gonna buy like a shitty art picture or whatever if it has a bunch of ridiculousness in it. It's something I got to look at all the time. I'm not gonna hang it on my wall. It's like I'm gonna I would hang a picture of like Tifa up for sure. She's banging, like hell yeah. That's why I used to, people would put up like old school Playboy cutouts and all that shit, man. You still want to look at something pretty, man. Sure, like you're not doing what T saying and going out and picking up those girls yourself, but it's like, oh, well, if you're just walking down the hallway or you're walking into your room, you're playing a video game, you still want to look at something that's pleasing to the eye, man. That's just where it's at. No, it doesn't need to be. I mean, you still want it to look good. It doesn't need to be, don't get me wrong, maybe that's a little over sexualized, I guess. But at the same time, if that's in the game that I buy, I'm not going to sit there and be like, shit, I got to return this. This chick's in a bikini. Like, no, that's fine. Who cares? But when
I thought it was
when you buy
interesting that
these,
this came from the voice of fan service, right? Like fan service is really, you know, ultimately about this type of action. You know, it's like, hey, we're just giving the fans what they want. We're giving the fans what they expect. So, you know, in a way, it's like, okay, it's just fan service. You know, it's like, you know, if you watch anime, you know, you'll get jiggle physics, right? You'll get jiggle physics in anime and you get it all the time. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, it is what it is, you know, and that's what the fans of anime have come to expect, you know. So if you don't give it to them, they're going to be like, this isn't as good if you gave us the jiggle physics, you know. So I don't know. To me, it doesn't, like, I don't play video games before the, you know, but it's a nice add-on. All right. I don't play games because there's going to be a naked woman running around or half naked woman running around the video game. But it's nice, you know. If the game is good, then I'll play the game. You know, if the game is solid, then I'll like, okay, let me play this game. But if it's not a solid game, you can put all the half naked women in it that you want to. I'm not playing the game because the game isn't good. So to me, that's where it really comes down to. Where the rubber meets the road is the game good? And what gamers want is good games. They don't want bad games. They don't want games that preach, for sure, but they don't want bad games where, you know, the game doesn't really fit for what it is that they're trying to do. And it seems like a lot of AAA games lately, that's what they're giving us, you know.
well, and if you get a game where you don't get character customization, it's like these are the only characters you get to play as. I want those characters to still look good for the story. Okay, you give me a customization, sure. At least I can make my character as ugly or as pretty as I want. Whatever, that's fine. Usually doesn't matter. You throw in a ton of armor and shit, and your character doesn't. You don't even get to see your character most of the time anyway. So who cares? But if it's a game where these are your characters, that's the only ones you get. At least make them look appealing. So when they're in the cutscenes and stuff, they still look good. You know, whatever.
Right.
But if it's like, oh, I got to look at this hideous abomination speak to somebody, you know, like, come on, man. Like, unless that's a character you pick up along the road of the game, it's just like some random character, fine. But your main characters, they still need to kind of look pretty good, man. Plus, that will help you sell figures. That'll help you sell shirts. That gives you merchandising.
Oh, for sure.
There's a reason that Tifa is still beloved, like 25, 30 years later, because she was a banging looking character. People still love her. They cosplayers all the time.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys, for the comments on that. I appreciate it. I'm gonna move on to this. And I thought this was interesting. A new game is out, Marvel Rivals. I don't know if you guys have seen it, heard about it, played it. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I played it a little bit. My computer can't handle it, so I had to jump onto my PS5 for it. And I suck with a controller when it comes to first person shooters, but the game is pretty fun. Like it's a lot of fun for the most part. I've only played a couple rounds of it with other people, but overall it's a good time. If you played Overwatch, it's basically Overwatch but with Marvel characters. And yeah, there's a ton. It starts with like 30 different characters or something. So it's free. I mean, you can't go wrong with a free-to-play game. So
you cannot go wrong. I downloaded it earlier today. I haven't played it yet, but I will get to it eventually. I've heard nothing but good things about Marvel Rivals.
yeah, it's
I
fun.
was watching Kada. Kada was live stream playing it with the Atreus over there at New Blackstreet, and he was having a good time. It looks like a really, really good game. And I thought this was an interesting article by Game Rant. Marvel Rivals in the MCU could be heading for a symbiotic relationship. So basically what they're saying is this is an opportunity for the MCU, which is struggling right now, to try to co-opt Marvel Rivals and start building back people's love for the MCU because nobody really is rocking with the MCU right now. Let's just be frank and honest with it. Nobody's rocking with the MCU right now. Nobody cares about this franchise. This thing, look, the 3 films that's coming out next year, all of them joints is going to flop. All right. All of them is going to flop. All right. Black Falcon, Captain African America, flop. Thunderbolts, flop. Fantastic Four, it's going to be borderline, but in my
who's not in
opinion,
Rivals?
that's going to flop.
You know who's
What's
not
that?
in Rivals? You know who's not in Rivals?
Who's not?
Falcon's not in there. Captain
That's
America's
my
there
point.
as regular
That's my
Captain
point.
America, but not Falcon.
And this guy right here on Game Rant brings up a very good point. Why not use Rivals to start to promote the MCU? Basically, like, look, you guys ain't getting it done. Start building some of the storylines and some of the characters and all of that you got in the MCU. Build that into Rivals. And, you know, now you can take off. Because look, and my reason for bringing this up is because James Gunn is absolutely talking about, hey, we need to bring the video games into the DCU. That needs to be a part of the DCU as well. And the reason he's doing that is because it's obvious. Video games are the bigger video games is the biggest entertainment option right now when you compare it to movies and TV shows. Video games is far bigger. So if you want to do it, put the video games front and center and have people looking forward to watching your movies because of what you put in the video games.
It's a good way to introduce
I don't know if you
characters.
guys had any thoughts about that. Go ahead, Cyfax.
Yeah, it's a good way to introduce characters. Like there was a game that came out years ago. I believe it was called like Marvel's Alliance or something like that. But it was like a Diablo style game, but it was Marvel characters. And I remember that's where I learned about the Guardians of the Galaxy and the like a bunch of other characters in that game that you could pick up or whatever. There's a bunch of stuff that I've never heard of before. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then you get to play as them, you get to see their skill sets. It's a good way to introduce these characters that are probably not as known. Like they got Cloak and Dagger on there. I know they made a TV show about it, but a lot of people don't know who those people are. But they're in the video game. Well, now you get to see their move set and all that stuff. You can it's like a starter kit on like of a character, you know, like, oh, I know this character does this. Cool. Maybe I want to pick up a comic. Oh, there's a movie coming out. Cool. I'm going to check that out. That's my favorite character to play. There you go. It's an easy way to get into it. So it'd be a smart move if they do that.
I mean, I think they kind of almost have to because they're not able to sell the films any longer off the strength of the MCU. They're not able to do it because right now the MCU is floundering. You know, the last thing we got was Agatha. How did that do? You know, how many people are looking forward to the next MCU thing based on Agatha? You know, they're not. So you have a gamer crowd, you got a free-to-play game, and everybody's playing it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody loves it. Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you try to co-opt that to help build your franchise? I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people are like probably against this, especially gamers. They're like, nah, keep them separate. You know, I see one of you guys right here, Chris 24M. Keep DC movies and games separated. But see, it's kind of hard to do that. Like if you own the franchise and you own the property, why would you do that? Why would you keep gamers are the biggest entertainment consumers right now. There's nobody consuming entertainment on a bigger level than gamers.
Played, dude. They don't want to feel played. They don't want to feel played, and that's what everybody's tired of, man. Y'all trying to play us. You're trying to.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but if you're a studio or you're the owners of the property, like, why would you not do that?
You know what? If you're not gonna make it seamless,
just leaving money on the table if you don't, man.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone, dude. You could separate the two. Leave it alone, dude. You're trying to flood. You're oversaturating the market with stuff that's not quality, dude. And then when you do stuff in quality, you go out and you say, "Oh, we need to go even bigger." Stop. Just make good product and keep stacking them up. And pretty soon you'll have a big old house, man. And then you can build another house and then another house. Get one thing right, then follow up with another thing's right. Look what happened in movies with Joker. Joker 1 was really good. Dude, the second brick they laid down was crap. Now the house can't be built, man, because everybody like throw it away. Do something, get something in sequential order that makes sense to the fans. One thing about people don't like to get played, man, with their money, man. And companies, you look at me. Y'all need to do better in doing more customer service, man. When you put product out this whack, that's not good customer service. I'm paying good money for you to produce good things, man, and storylines that make sense. And stop putting this crazy stuff that what you think is happening in the real world. I don't want to feel like I don't want to play a video game and feel like I'm watching a commercial for Pfizer or whatever those. Have y'all noticed that the goddamn drugs that they call sound like goddamn super villains, Jardians, or it sounds like some kind of plot, Violenta, or some. It sounds so crazy. These drugs they're giving you. Take this drug for that.
I mean, I could see an evil villain named Xanax.
Xanax.
Like for sure.
Viagra. What's the other one they call? Cialis. Hey man, can you go give me the Cialis plans? Yes, sure. Rename this stuff, man. I don't think video games. Video games.
Well, I think the problem, I guess that what I'm saying is because gaming has surpassed movies, it has surpassed television as the #1 entertainment option for pretty much, men under the age of 30. Like most guys, like, hey, if I want to be entertained, I'm gonna play a video game. And if you're not trying to utilize that, you're crazy. You're crazy if you're not trying to tap in to that market, because ultimately video games is where it's all going. So to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're Marvel and you see, hey, everybody's playing Marvel Rivals, it's a free to play game.
Free,
it's
yeah.
free.
What?
You don't have to pay a dime for
Absolutely
this thing.
free, yeah.
Absolutely free. If you got a PS5, absolutely, or Xbox or whatever, it's free. You don't have to pay a dime for it. Why the hell are you not trying to utilize this to pump up the MCU? You're crazy if you don't. So I think Marvel is smart if they do that, because again, James Gunn sees the value of it because that's what he's doing with the DCEU or the DCU. He's saying, oh yeah, we gotta intertwine the video games, the TV shows, the movies. We gotta intertwine all of that together because we need to build a larger brand. If you're doing, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I want to touch back up on it, the ladies thing with the character that had ass and all the titties and stuff. I think the reason why they don't put that, they don't want those in video games, because young boys, teenage boys who are young and full of what, right? They don't want y'all to procreate, man. They want y'all to slow down on these babies, dude. And they don't want you to have all that steam built up to try and go out and be with young girls, because young girls is just as horny as y'all young boys, and they don't want y'all two to meet, man. So that's why they dumb down a lot of the stuff, man, and dumb down the food, man, to make y'all be sterile, man, and not thinking on those terms, man, because you always thinking about sex when you hit a certain age, man. And the thing that they can't stop is those young girls are thinking about sex too. Just ask Twitter. So that's why I think they don't sexualize these characters, man, because they don't want these young boys thinking about sex. But sex is in their phone. It's somewhere. They're going to be thinking about sex at some point each day, right? So
the other big thing is the trans thing that's going on, right? So they got to make everybody look as kind of borderline, kind of semi-ugly / attainable. Because it's like, oh, dudes that want to be girls, it's like, you're never gonna look like that. It's just not gonna happen, man. But they'll sit there and try, or they'll sit there and be like, look, I look as pretty as so and so, and it's like, dude, you got a jawline like a linebacker, dude. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
you know what? And for some reason, at least for me, when that person is like, you're like, I don't feel right. I just don't quite. Something's wrong here. You got an Adam's apple? Oh, okay. Bye-bye. It's you can feel it, man. You can feel like, I don't like how I feel around this person. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Why are you trying to fool me? You trying to
this person likes football a little too much, man. I don't understand.
Yeah. You trying to do a 42 fake play action on me? No, pop pass. Ooh, pause.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. So let me move on to this final topic. And look, I know you guys, a lot of y'all are not big Harry Potter fans, but I bring this up because it's in regards to the franchise itself. and where they're moving with this. All right. So the Mary Sue had came out with this in regards to this actor. Now, you might see this actor and say, man, who is this actor playing? Is Harry Potter? What? Who could this guy possibly be? Yeah. Yeah. Look. Is that Zuby? Yeah.
It kind of does look like him.
It does. He really do. But yeah, he's not. He's not Zuby at all. Apparently, this is the guy they pegged to play Snape. Harry Potter potentially casting a black man as Snape sparks racist reaction. So they're saying that the reactions that are coming out of this are racist. Now, look,
Did
in
you
my
see the
opinion,
FNT? Did you
Go
see
ahead.
the FNT? Did you see the FNT intro where they?
Oh yeah. Look,
Oh
man, I
my
seen
god,
all
that
of
shit was hilarious, dude.
It was hilarious, man. Absolutely
Whoever
hilarious.
did that,
Look,
good for them, man. That would,
look,
it was
I think it was
probably
Perry
Perry
Chan, if I'm not
Chan.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Perry. Yeah, Perry Chan is hilarious, man. That
guy's
guy,
lying, dude.
he's a genius. He's a genius at editing. But look, when it comes to this topic of a black man playing a character where the character is clearly not black, all right, clearly not black, it just makes me pull my hair out because, and look, I ain't got that much hair, okay, but it makes me pull my hair out because I'm sick and tired of these virtue signaling woke activists blaming everything else but the fact that they just are wrong. All right, they are just wrong. You're just wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong about Snape being black. You're wrong about race swaps. You're wrong about any actor that is not. Hey, look, if you're playing a character, play the character as close to the original as humanly possible. If you don't play that character close to that, it's over. Okay, I'm not really trying to see this shit. And I'm not trying to see Snape as a black man. Look, I'm a Harry Potter fan, okay? I don't do a lot of Harry Potter content, but I'm a Harry Potter head, all right? I'm a Potterhead. I watch a lot of Harry Potter. Or I read a lot of Harry Potter. I've read all the books. I actually got the audio books on tape, and I listen to them damn near every day. You know, I listen to them and I enjoy them or whatever. It is what it is. But this cat ain't black. He's not black. Stop it. Stop it. It's just stupid at this point. Okay, try to make a white, a clearly white character into a black man is just unconscionable. And it just shows that you guys are all in on the agenda and you're not about telling a true rendition of this story. You just don't care. You literally just don't care if this story is done correctly. So, look, there's so many problems with Snape being black. It's not even funny. There are so many problems. If you read the original works, there are so many problems with this character being black. It literally makes you pull your hair out and like, what are these people thinking? Do they not understand the franchise? Because if you guys are doing this, that makes me question everything else you're doing. That makes me question every single move you're making when it comes to this series. It seems like you don't get it. You don't get it. And so you're probably going to do a bad job, not just with this character, but with every other character and every other piece of the story. It literally drives me crazy because, look, again, I'm a Potter fan. I love the franchise. I think it's really well written. J.K. Rowling did a good job. And the franchise is fun. I don't get it. You're leaving money on the table because doing this destroys the franchise. It's done. It's done. It's literally like you might as well make any other main character some other race or some other gender. You know, it's like, oh, we're going to do Harriet Potter. Like, to me, it's on that level. Like, you're not paying any fidelity, any authenticity to the source material. It pisses me off. But
Yeah,
I don't understand why they're doing it. Go ahead, Cyfax. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the other big problem with it is like you already have the movies that are out, so you already have a certain medium that's already out there that most people probably have seen the movies more than they've read the books, and the books are some of the highest selling things out there. You know, that like there's a ton of people who have the books, they've read them, but you already have a medium that shows what the character looks like. You have merchandise with what the character looks like. I mean, Alan Rickman is like a beloved actor. People know you're not going to be able to replace that guy. with a black dude. It's just not going to happen.
No.
It's just not going to work. Nobody's going to accept it. It's just not going to. They're just not going to accept it. And then if you know the story, and like how you said, there's so many things that happen later on throughout the books that do not work for a character like that, or they're going to have to find some crazy workarounds, which then changes the character. So
yeah, there's no workaround, man. There's no workaround for it.
You can't do it. It's stupid.
When
I saw this, and this is their first announcement, I thought it was one of the dumbest things they've done so far.
That's the crazy thing, is that it's the first thing they announced. It's not like, okay, we announced Harry, Ron, and Hermione, we announced Dumbledore, we announced some other main characters, and then there's Snape. No, it's like literally the first announcement. Like, whoa, this is the first thing you're going to tell us about this series? The first casting is a black Snape? What the hell is wrong with y'all? I'm besides myself, man. Again, I don't understand it. And look, all the jokes that have been coming out of this, well deserved. All right, you guys are dropping them in.
They're hilarious.
Harry Potter and the Order of Papa. I was going over this with Kata, man. We was laughing at this shit, man. It is absolutely
at Universal. At Universal,
man.
Do they have like a Snape that's walking around? Do they like? I don't know if they have a Snape that's walking around, because I guarantee if all of a sudden they changed it to a black Snape, nobody would know who the hell he is. They'll just be like, what character is that supposed to be? And it's like, I'm Snape.
I mean,
like,
everybody is dropping is dropping jokes, and I'm good. Clown it. Look, keep it going, because I think this needs to get all the way to Warner Brothers. No. Look, this needs to get all the way to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers needs to see this. Oh, this is how people are going to be taking this move. Oh, okay, maybe we don't want to do this. All right, that's how everybody needs to do this. You know, just keep dropping the jokes. Just keep it up. I'm good with it. All right.
Harry Potter and the prisoner that just got released. No,
right. It literally keep it up, because the HBO needs to see this in order to change course. Nah, all right, look, never mind. We obviously got this wrong. We obviously we got this wrong. Let's go in a different direction. T, you got something to say, sir? I'm sorry, you're muted right now. What's up, bro?
I think, man, this doesn't work, man. This does not work when you try to swap characters like that, man. You just do it. You need to introduce him. How is it that Samuel L. Jackson can be Nick Fury, and you can do race swaps like Heimdall? Like, some of this stuff, you need to do a better. Stop forcing stuff. And you know what I would like them to do? This would probably work if they had a masculine character play this dude, or somebody who's a name brand. But again, this goes back to Hollywood, man. They don't have people do it. That dude's probably, is he a Brit? Is he an American? Where is he?
He's British. Yeah, he's absolutely British.
Oh, man, come on, dude. Come on. It just doesn't work, dude. It doesn't work. Or how about this? Make a Black Harry Potter series. Then that'd be cool. But you don't need to do this, man. This is stupid.
Well, I've said it many times.
They tried that with that movie earlier this year, man. The Magical Society one.
Yeah, we saw that, man. The Magical Negroes.
There you go. There's your Black Harry Potter.
We did the Out of the Theater review. Now, a lot of people were hoping that something like the American Society of Magical Negroes would be akin to a Harry Potter series, but it obviously.
Where's that actor? Where's that light bright actor? Gone. You ain't seen him since. Career done. Who was his co-star? The girl? Have you seen the girl or anything? No. That is a career killer, dude. That dumbass movie we went to go see, man. Man, Jesus.
Again, man, everybody's dropping jokes. Look, Goblin, a Henny, Fried Chicken and Waffles Academy. Again, this is what happens when you do this type of bullshit. All right. Instead of giving black folks their own things that they can build and move on.
Dude, the one that said his Patronus would be a Hellcat was hilarious, man. That was the funniest.
Skid Mark says, I'm getting uncomfortable. Look, this is the problem, is that it warrants all of this because it's stupid, Skid Marks. It's stupid on its face. It shouldn't be done. It should absolutely not be done. And you got black people on here that enjoy Harry Potter. I enjoy Harry Potter for the series that it is, and I don't think you need to change it whatsoever. What I think you need to do is you need to say, you know what? Let's go and make if you want black wizards, if you want to have a black wizard franchise that's big and huge, hey, go and adapt it. There's plenty of black wizard schools. You know, everybody's always talking about black girl magic. Okay, go do some black girl magic. Okay, legitimate black girl magic. Don't race swap Hermione. That's stupid. You know, like, let's legitimately do black girl magic.
Nobody
Go find
watches
some
that
series.
stuff. Nobody watches that stuff. There was a series on. There was 2 series on Hulu. One called Kindred that was really good. Another one about some black girls and some hair grease and being behind like magic behind that. Those are 2 great series. Nobody watches that stuff, dude. Nobody. Yeah. And those are good series. They're not great. They're good series. Nobody watches. No, they get canceled after season 1 because you know why? They're a joke with their marketing because nobody could take them seriously with the scientificness. They don't. A great movie that came out in 2005, Skeleton Key. That's a great movie. That's basically about some black voodoo stuff.
I didn't think the Skeleton Key was that good.
Hey man,
I saw that movie twice and I was like,
holds up, dude. Holds up.
All right, let me get to some super chats. Thank you guys for dropping those super chats in. We got Dragon Master 0 for $5. Fuck the woke left. Yes, that includes rolling because even though they attacked her for one difference, she still aligns with their ideology. Oh, yeah. Look, let it be said that J.K. Rowling is 1,000% in line with most leftists. The only thing that she differs on is the trans issue, okay? She differs on the trans issue, but everything else, she is 1,000% in the same camp as all them other cats. All right. So yeah, I admire her for her stance for locking it down on the trans issue because I feel like that's an issue you should definitely stand up for, women's rights. But everything else is like, yeah, she's on the left. All right. That's just who J.K. Rowling is. And she's allowed to have her opinions, but that's where she's at with it. Thank you very much, Dragon Master 0, for the $5. I agree with you 1,000%. We also got Savior Cross for $10. Keep in mind, it's no coincidence that all this race swapping lines up with the academies and other award shows mandating that non-white folks be hired both in front of and behind the camera. Yes, you're right. This is all about checking boxes. You know, we saw that all during, I think I did several videos about this when it came to the strikes, when it came to the aftermath of the strikes. It's all about checking boxes. You know, Disney has their inclusion standards where 50% of this group, that group, the other group have to be a part of your production team. You know, so yeah, a lot of this is checking boxes. And the sad part is, T, and tell me what you think about this, that are we getting the best when we just go through the checkbox mentality? Are we getting the best of these black folks, the best of the people that, should be hired? I think they're just looking for anybody that they can hire that has, oh yeah, I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm LGBTQ or whatever, or I'm some other race. Like, T, what is your opinion on that? Because I feel like, honestly, like that's where the real problem is.
What's my opinion on which part? The race swapping?
Well, like this person's saying, it's because in front of and behind the cameras, they're forcing people in, black folks, white, like women, LGBTQ. They're forcing these people. They have inclusion standards where it's like 50% of your production group has to be from a marginalized community, even if there's a white dude like that's better qualified for the job, but you got to hire this other black person, or you got to hire a woman, or you got to hire somebody that's
hold
gay.
Hold on. Because I catch the short end of the stick sometimes, man, because, you know what I mean? I'm handsome. You know what I mean? But hey, look, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Hey, don't be humble, man. Come on.
Let me
T out here humble bragging. Hey, man, I hate this. It's hard being T.
Let me tell you something. The more we ignore it, man, the more this will go away, man. Because these are conversations that don't need to be had in a civilized society. I think the more and more we give, we fan at the flame, the greater the fire gets. But if you ignore it, man, it'll go out on its own, man. And I think that this whole narrative is constantly pushed. hey, the best person got the job. Boom. That hey, you're qualified for it, man. You happen to be so and so. Just do a good job, like we intended for you to do when you got the job. The rest of the stuff is all bull, man. You know what I mean? Like they force that stuff upon you, man, because they trying to make some headway, right? The way we way past the point where you say, this is the first dude to do this. This is the first. Just do what's intended to do, right? Live the right way, man. Do what we hired you to do a great job. Therefore, do it. We're gonna give you.
Let me ask you a question, T. If you got hired strictly based on your race, how would you feel?
I would feel cool.
So if they said, you know what, T, you wasn't necessarily the best person for the job,
Well,
but
man,
because of your skin color, we're gonna give you, we're gonna give you the job, even though there was a better qualified candidate, there was a better dude down the line, but we're gonna give you the job because you check a box. How would you feel about that?
That must be a big box. Love it. Love that box. I gotta eat. And that's what these people are doing. Hey, I'm gonna eat. It's a buffet. You know what I'm saying? So what, man? You know what I mean? Like, hey, when I get in, hopefully I can help somebody else. Hopefully I can help that person get in too, as well. I can't worry about me as a grown up, man. It's not my job to make sure that they get a job if I'm trying to get hired. I need to eat too, man. Only dumb black folks think, oh, sure, everybody. No, I need to take care of me first. And then I'll take care of who I can take care of. Because everybody else thinks like that. They take care of what they got to take care of. And if it's crumbs left over, then they'll let you go, right? I can't help everybody on the boat if I'm not secure to get on the boat first, right? I can't push everybody up out the water and be like Leonardo DiCaprio and freeze.
Yeah, but
right?
what if the guy that what if the job that you took away from the guy who would have got hired, what if he could have actually helped everybody onto that boat, but you can't?
Well, man,
You got hired because you're black.
I don't mind being a villain. I don't.
What if
mind
that guy
being
would have
villain.
been like that guy could have saved everybody, but it's like,
I
I got
don't
hired
mind
and I kind of suck,
that-
but whatever.
That could have happened. That could have happened in the last 60, 70 years and all that other stuff, man. I ain't got time to worry about that, dude. I gotta eat. I'm not being stupid, right? I gotta eat. Look, if I get hired because of that, that's on these people, man. But I have to eat. I have a family to feed, right? That's what responsible adults think, right? Grown-ups think that way. Not where they think, oh man, I gotta save everybody. No, I need to make sure I'm cool first. And then if I got some leftovers, then I'll give it to you. I'm cool.
So you end up with companies with a bunch of people who don't know how to do anything, and then that company goes
Oh, well,
under.
I-
And
I-
now nobody has a job because you all didn't know
I
how to
see
do the
where
job
T
to
is
begin
coming
with.
from, only from the standpoint of everybody has to eat. Everybody is trying to
I
get
get
theirs.
that.
And if you got an advantage over somebody else, damn it, you're going to take it. Like everybody is going to do that. I understand that, but there's a principle behind all of this that I think we're missing here. And, it's really that the best person for the job
No,
is
you're
really
saying,
never the
you're
issue.
saying
It's never
integrity.
been the best
You're
person for the job. It's
you're
always
telling people
been
to have
who they
integrity,
want to
man.
hire and for that job. So you could be the best person for the job, but you might not get the job, because there's some other cat for whatever checkbox
If he
reason,
wasn't
or
black,
maybe it's
if he
just
wasn't, what if the best person was the same skin tone as me, but he didn't get the job, but I got the job? Am I supposed to cry then?
well, again, it's not. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you got hired strictly because of your skin color. Like if say, hey, I'm only hiring T. I'm only hiring T because he's black. I'm only bringing him in because he's black. If he was any other skin color, I would not be bringing this man in. That in and of itself is.
Or is this more brown? I think.
But CT, the thing about it is, then it becomes flip. Like if I said, well, we didn't hire T because we needed to hire a woman. Like, oh, well, you know what? Our diversity on the women level is not where it needs to be. So I got to hire this chick, and T, you don't get the job. How would you feel about that?
Welcome to 1980s. That's affirmative action. Welcome to it. That's what.
But that's the problem. Is that's where it all goes wrong. That's where it all goes wrong, bro.
Hey, I gotta eat. I don't blame those people for taking those jobs. They're not the ones that say, "Hey, man, look." The problem is the system has been so screwed up, so bad for so long. You cannot fix it. It's like the homeless problem. You cannot fix it. It's an unfixable problem. But what you can do is you can deal in the maintenance of it.
But I get that part, but I'm not even asking you if you can fix it or not fix it. I'm asking you, how would you feel about it personally, knowing that you really didn't get in based on your merit, based on your ability to do the job. You got in based on your checkbox skin color, and it's like, oh, he's a black guy, let's hire him because that's why we're going to give him the job. If there's another dude out there that's better, there's another cat out there that's better, but we're not going to hire him because we need to get this checkbox checked. And to me, that's insulting.
Because my paycheck is not going to have any feelings for that person. I don't even know who this person is. That's not my fault. They got to take that up. How do I have anything to do with that? That's not my fault. Right? I'm not going to feel the blame.
So you don't see it as, oh, they really don't think I'm the most qualified for the job. They're just giving me paper.
That in sales. It's already like that in sales. You check a box. Oh man, hey, we don't have any blacks, but we got this one black here. Come on, that's the same thing they do in sales where they prop up people. I ain't met a sales rep where I could be like, damn, he a good sales rep. No, it's all a game, man. It's all manipulated to make somebody just rise up and be good, so you can establish. Hey, you need to look up to him. He's got the best numbers in sales, and he's getting helped out by management and by.
So you see the problem in it. So you see the problem with that.
Happens. That is how life is, man. And you better learn quickly that that's how the game is played. You're definitely in the game.
But you playing the game with them, man. You out here saying, "Yeah, this game's good. I'm good with it. I'm good with the game."
That's how these companies fail. You got a bunch of people who are about 60% as good as maybe the best person for the job, and all of a sudden, what good's that paycheck if that company falls under, man? Because all of a sudden now nobody has a job because nobody was worth hiring.
Because
you all check boxes, but nobody knows how to do anything. But
when you're making money, sometimes
look, keep talking. I got to hit the head. Keep talking.
It's not always a marathon. Sometimes it's a sprint. And some people I know, I'm like, man, that dude is terrible, but he's making $30-something thousand a month. And I'm like, why the hell what? But that's how stuff goes, man. It goes like that, man. It's not right, man. It's not right. And
maybe in sales and like the stuff that you're talking about, but it's like what happens with these companies, like the studios and stuff, is you get a bunch of people who don't know how to do anything, and then all of a sudden all your product is shit. I mean, if all your product is bad, sure, maybe you got a couple months or maybe you get a year in that company and you're getting paid probably, obviously decently, whatever. But if your company goes under, man, nobody has a job anymore. And it's because all of a sudden, all those jobs that get openings or whatever, it's a bunch of people who aren't the top of their field. They're not the best people for that job. Now you got a bunch of people who half-ass work, who don't know what the hell they're doing. And now your company goes under and now nobody's making any money because that job is gone.
Let me tell you something.
What good is that, man?
It's only trendy, dude. At one point, you used to say Pinterest, and Pinterest was the end all be all. You would say Snapchat, end all be all. Stuff is trendy, man. Sales is all about trendiness. And that's all these people are doing, dude. They got bottom lines and they're just trying to do what's trendy, dude, to get people off their back so they can say, oh, man, all right, we helped them out, man. We gave them that opportunity, man. That's it. It's not about integrity and doing the right thing, man, because you can't afford to do the right thing. It's not always affordable to be in the same space as doing the right thing. It's plenty of people in the chat, plenty of people off the chat, man, who are way more qualified than their boss, or way more qualified than their counterparts. And yet they there, you know why? Because they got to eat, man. And then most people don't want to deal with that bullshit because it sucks. It sucks to be talented and can't do nothing with it.
Well,
I guess from my standpoint
is you're hiring a bunch of talentless people because they just happen to be
I guess from my standpoint,
box.
The way I see it is this: like, I want a system that's fair, and I want to, and I know that's pie in the sky, but I want a system that is as fair as humanly possible. And so I want to be judged on my personal merits. I don't want nobody hiring me because I'm black. It's like, yo, we only hiring you because the only thing we value out of you is your skin color. I don't want that, because that's where we get into these types of problems, where the only thing that we value out of an individual is the skin color instead of their actual merit, instead of their actual ability to do the job. There's a better guy that we could go and get. We could go and get a better dude, but because you're black and because we could check this box, I want to hire you. To me, that's insulting me. Like, yo, you don't think I'm good enough? It's like, no, you're not good enough. They're literally telling you you're not good enough. So to me, that's the slap in the face that we need to get away from in society. Like, no, you got to up your grade, because again, it's the bigotry of low expectations. You hire a bunch of black people that for skin color purposes, and now every black person that's coming in is like, oh, I just got to be black. I ain't got to be good. I ain't got to be better than the white guy. I just got to be black. And now that person doesn't elevate his game as high up as he can go. He doesn't take his game to the next level because all he has to be is black. That's it. That's all. And so when you perpetuate that, that's the problem you run into. You got a whole lot of
hold on. How it's never a problem when anybody else is fucking winning, but when fucking black
no. It's always a problem. T, I'm against nepotism too. I'm against all that nepotism shit too.
Let me finish my thought.
And I will speak out about that, but this is the topic of the moment. Okay, I'm talking about hiring people strictly based on their skin color. Because look up, if you want a real talk about this, black people are the ones that's lagging behind with the skills. The black people are the ones that's not getting ahead because they aren't the best people for the job. Like a lot of cases, we're not the best people for the job, but we've been hired based on skin color. And so it's like, no, hire me because I'm the best.
Who is to take responsibility for black people not being good enough? Is that black people?
We have to take responsibility. But the problem is, if all we do is latch on to our skin color and say, okay, well, my skin color will get me over, then where are we? Then the skin color keeps getting us over instead of our actual skills.
I'm not from the gimme.
You're not. I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm saying a lot of cats that's out there, this is where they're at. They're at that point where they only want to use the DEI to get over. All right. That's what we talk about all the time on this channel. We talk about DEI. All right. It's like, yo, if you're not up to speed, if you are not where you need to be, you need to elevate your game. But if somebody's just handing you jobs because of your skin color, then will you ever elevate your game? Or will you just be like, well, I could just kick back and just relax and just enjoy my skin color advantage over all of these other people? That's bullshit. I know. Elevate your game, bro. Make everybody step their game up. That's where I'm at. Step your game up. And if you can't step your game up, you don't get the job. I'm sorry. You don't get the job. Somebody else gets the job. And now you're going to be like, damn, I need to get better. I need to work on my skills. Damn, I need to be a top G instead of just being some normal average cat.
But why would they refuse that opportunity? Why would they refuse that opportunity, man?
I'm not saying you refuse the opportunity, but you got to look at it for what it is.
That's like that Rooney Rule in football. Oh, we got to give every minority a chance. No one, hey, man, I'm not comfortable with you, dude. I don't know you. It's a network of skills, man. If I like right now in this thing, if I say, hey, man, I got some people who are hiring, who are also applying outside of Syfax and Derek that want this job. I got 2 positions. I know Derek and Syfax. I'm going to hire y'all too. Because I feel like it's most qualified for y'all, because you have you've got a vested interest in being successful with me, right? I'm not saying that those people don't, but I don't know them, right?
But that's about knowledge. I'm talking about you looking at 2 resumes. You looking at 2 resumes and you did 2 sets of interviews and you see, all right, this guy here is more qualified. This guy has the juice, but he's not black. Like if it's between you and Syfax is like, let's just say he's the more qualified, or even if I'm the more qualified, but they're saying, you know what, let's play the colorism game, because that's what they were doing over with Disney. They were hiring the darker skinned black guy, all right, over the lighter skinned black guy, because, well, we need this guy to go out there to the meetings and to the appointments and to the movie meetups. And we need this darker skinned guy to get over this lighter skinned guy. That's going to make us look better. Like that type of shit that's happening.
That's strategy. What's wrong with
that's
strategy?
That's bullshit, man. Come on, T. That's BS, man. You can't tell me that that's good. You can't tell me that that's okay for that person. Like that man that's trying to rise up in his profession. He should be it should all be based on his merit, not the color of his skin.
Wait a minute. You just talked about Sydney Sweeney getting some movie role. That ain't about her merit, huh?
She has her own studio. She makes her own stuff.
We talking about titties and skin color is a completely different
part. Y'all talking about both sides of your mouth, and you know it's true. So
but you know what I'm saying, T. It's a different matter, man.
I'd come at this from a different angle, being the one white guy on here.
Okay, so let's let the one white guy have his say
If
on
I
it, and then
learned
we're
if
gonna
I
move on.
learned that I was the more qualified person and somebody got it just based on their skin color, I would be pretty pissed. And it's like that motherfucker can't even swing a hammer or something, you know. And like because I do construction stuff, and it's like that guy can't do half of what I can do. I'd be pretty pissed about it.
Of
I
course
doubt
you
I'm
would.
gonna get hired. I doubt I'm gonna get hired just because I'm the white guy. It's like my skills should be the qualifier. You know,
And you
meritocracy for a reason. But
and you know
they
what's
got rid
crazy,
of that shit.
Cyphex? Let me just end it off this. You know what's crazy is that because you can't get it off of your skin color and you have to get it off of your merit, that automatically makes you have to work harder to be better at your craft than somebody else. You actually have to be top tier on your game. That actually pushes you to be that much better. Okay, you can't just be slightly better. No, I need to stand out and be that much better than the next man because I'm not going to be able to use some crutch like skin color or gender or sexuality to get over. So I find it interesting that there's a lot of cats out there in the game right now, whether you're talking about movies, television, or anything else, that the white guys that are like, no, I just got to be better. I just got to be literally better than the next guy. And now,
if I sell myself on an interview, I got to be able to live up to what the hell I just told him I can do.
right.
I'll
You
get
can't
fired
just be
real
a
quick
skin
without
color.
that. But then if you get hired because, well, actually you're black, but you're not as good as you said you are, they're not going to fire you because it's like, well, that guy's black. We can't really do that because, ta-da, here's the race card. So, I mean, I don't know. When they say, you know, white privilege is a thing, the only thing I get privileged with is like if a cop rolls up next to me, I just make sure my windows are down and I never get pulled over. It's fine. But other than that, that's it, man.
Hey, look, guys, thank you very much. We kind of went off the rails, but you know what? Xavier Cross, that was a good ass conversation, bro. Thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate that. Next up, we got Dragon Master Zero. This was inevitable as Rowling, a staunch supporter of the woke ideology, said she would race swap her own characters. No one should be surprised. Yeah, she signed off on a race swap Hermione. She signed off on that day one. You know, she was good with it when it came to the Cursed Child. You know, there was a black Hermione in the Cursed Child, and she signed off on that. She didn't have a problem with it. And she said, if you don't like a race swapped Hermione, you are a racist. That's what J.K. Rowling said. So best believe that she is all in on wokeology. All right. She does not back down from that for a minute. And to me, and I was saying this is crazy because I was talking about this on George the Giant Slayer. Thank you very much, Dragon Master, for the $5. I was talking about this on George the Giant Slayer, is that I feel like authors and writers and anybody that makes content, you have a responsibility to your audience. If you write a character in a certain way, it is the responsibility of that franchise to live up to your original vision, because that's the vision everybody fell in love with. We're the ones that promoted this, bought the merchandise, bought the books, went to the movies. We're the one that blew your franchise up to where it became. So you have a responsibility to do right by the franchise. You can't just run amok and say, you know, I changed my mind. Snape can be black. It's like, nah, it's up to the fans, and the fans are automatically going to reject that because that's not the version of Snape that they fell in love with. So in my opinion, you got to do it right for the fans' sake. You know, everybody else, whatever. You got to do it right for the fans, you know, and if the fans aren't happy, then you got to change course. So the way that the fans are reacting to the Snape situation, I'm thinking they're going to change course. We'll see. I don't know, you know, if that's going to happen or not. But Dragon Master Zero, thank you for the $5. Once again, man, 3 straight super chats. We got another thank you video coming up for that. And then we got one more topic. All right, here we go. There it is. There it is. All right. Last topic. And this, of course, is our box office breakdown. Kate has already scooted up out of here, but yeah, Moana 2 is doing great, man. Another great weekend for Moana 2, 162 million on this weekend. Wicked coming in second place, Gladiator 2 coming in third place. Look, you got to go all like, where is Y2K? I don't even see Y2K on here. Am I missing it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? This is weekly. I'm sorry. Weekend. All right. My bad. Let's get to the weekend. All right. This is the weekend that we're talking about. All right, let's see. There's Y2K. All right. Rachel Zegler's movie all the way down in 8th place. Damn. 8th place, y'all.
Re-release made more.
Yeah. Interstellar. And look, only on 165 screens.
Dude, Solo
as
Leveling
compared to
made more.
2,000.
How did that not?
When I looked up Solo Leveling, there was only like 2 theaters that were showing it. So that doesn't have like a lot of theaters. I mean, look, it only has 846.
Yeah.
And it's still outsold.
846. Yeah.
That's
Again,
crazy.
this thing is falling all the way off. Y2K, Rachel Zegler, giant failure. And you got to figure Disney is looking at this and saying, this ain't
Dude, a re-release of Interstellar with only 165 theaters did 4.4.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was in a lot of IMAX theaters, so take that with a grain of salt, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, Y2K couldn't get them IMAXs, and so yeah, it's going to be a giant flop. Like if you look at the average per theater, I mean, it only averaged $1,000 per theater. When you look at all of these other averages, it's up here. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. But Moana is balling right now, man. $52 million for the weekend. It wins the weekend. If you go and you look at the overall gross, it's already at $600 million worldwide.
Like, that's crazy. Domestic and international are almost like head to head. I've never really seen that before. Usually one is dominating the other.
Look, you got to give these cats credit, man. They got it done. Okay, they got it done. So we what we do is we look at the yearly box office. We're going to start with the calendar, the end-month releases for the month of November. We said that those are up, and they are. They're way up, okay, over the last year. 49% higher than 2023. And then when you go here and you look at the yearly releases, it looks like the box office might actually catch up. Now, I'm not sure how this is all going to figure out, but let's go to end releases.
Yeah, but when Mufasa and Sonic coming out, it might catch up.
We got Mufasa. We got Sonic. We got Nosferatu. I'm not sure how Nosferatu is going to do. We got Craven the Hunter.
I'm gonna see it on Thursday probably, but I'm just hoping it's fun and ridiculous. But I'm not expecting much out of it. Werewolves was terrible, by the way. I don't recommend that.
I didn't see it, so yeah, it was bad, huh?
Dude, it was The trailer's better than the movie.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting us know. So I'm thinking it's going to be really close. All right. We only got one more month left for the month of December. Somehow they got to squeeze out in the month of December $1.6 billion to draw even with 2023. If they can do that, and I think they can. There's enough big movies. You got Mufasa. Again, you got Sonic. You got Nosferatu. All right. So you got some big movies that are still coming up that are going to do some numbers. If they can squeeze out $1.6 billion, then 2024 isn't a total loss. It will, the goal is to increase year over year. If you look back on this chart right here, for the most part, it's always been kind of moving in a certain direction. All right. 5 to 6 million, 7 million, 9 million. All right. It got all the way up to 11 million towards the end, right before we got to the pandemic. And then it fell all the way back to 8 billion. But, we can maybe see it return to that. Like 8 billion, that's what it was doing back in 2001. It kind of hasn't sniffed, well, I guess in here in 2005 as well. But it hadn't really sniffed these kind of numbers until, the pandemic. But this is all the recovery. So now let's see what it does. I'm curious to see if the box office is moving in a positive direction, or are people just checked out and people are like, nah, I think I'm just going to stay at home and watch, Netflix and chill and HBO Max and chill.
It also looks like, 2019, 2018, they almost have like 200 to 300 more movies that release too.
Oh yeah. You're right about that.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you see the number of movies that we're releasing, but see, that's also a part of Hollywood's dissatisfaction with the theaters. Because like a lot of these movies, like if you go and look at some of the movies that released, there's a lot of small movies nobody really was going to check for anyway. You know, a lot of these movies weren't big blockbusters. So yeah, they got 872, but a lot of them was like, yeah, you know, some small art house movie maybe made $10,000 or something like that. You know, when you get up here to this 529, these are mostly big budget, heavy hitters, you know. So the heavy hitters right now is pretty much what studios are willing to put out. Everything else, they'll sell it to a streaming service. But they want to get the heavy hitters in theaters because that's where these movies can, you know, gain some momentum. Nobody's going to see them. And that's the question. So are the theaters dead? Look, this is already 529 releases, already more than the 507 releases in 2023, and barely, you know, gonna break even.
I think
You
some of
know,
those movies that he was talking about, I think what you've seen is they've moved to different platforms like Paramount Plus, they've moved to Netflix. So that's why you don't have as many wide releases as you used to. I also think that, you know, they don't have stars to sell, man. I mean, come on, man. We got people playing 2 or 3 different superheroes. You mean all the out of work actors that are up and down Sunset Boulevard, and you finding these rehashing actors and actresses. You got 5'2" actresses. Dude, standard used to be 5'7", at least 5'8" model height, dude. Like that's why you guys are going hard crazy over freaking Sydney Sweeney, because she's finally an actress that has some fucking tits. You know what I mean? Like the actresses don't have anything, man. Like binded boys. You know what I'm saying? They got them bound down. They don't have hips. They don't have ass. They don't have nothing that reflects what society is. I think, you know, you're also dealing with talentless people, man. Timothy Chalamet, dude, I think he's a great actor, dude, but looks like a little goddamn boy. I don't want to see a little boy. He doesn't exude masculinity. They don't have who's a young.
Doesn't look like a guy that should be leading an army.
Right.
Not at all.
Who's a young 24-year-old strapping? All these football players that don't get drafted, you can't get one of them to be an actor and be some action star and be young and be like a
man. Not everybody can be an actor though, T. You know, you need that. You actually gotta. That's a skill. Like acting is a skill. You can't just.
They got theater classes at pretty much a lot of universities. You mean tell me you can't have a football player? You need to do something. You've got plenty of cheerleaders that can act too, who are talent. They got talent. They can do skilled stunts. You have the people. You just don't know. You just don't know where and how to get them from where they're at.
Bruh,
a bunch of iron boards. They are a bunch of iron. Flat as the earth.
He ain't lying, man. Look, it's not a lot of Christina Hendricks out there anymore, man. Like, we need. Look, even Marilyn Monroe back in the day, you know, was full figured. You know, she had a figure. Not say full figured, but she had a figure. A lot of these actresses, they just don't do it. They just don't do it for the male gaze, you know, and maybe that's by design because people hate the male gaze, but the male gaze has made plenty of women plenty of money, you know? And so in my opinion, like you sell films on that, you know, Sydney Sweeney is a box office draw for that reason. The male gaze gets butts in seats and gets boys to the yard, and it brings in box office, you know? So why wouldn't you? Teammates think she's a 6, but most guys think she's a 9, and they're gonna show up and they're gonna watch her movies because she gets the job done.
I understand. Look, please believe I'm not mad at y'all for y'all opinion on her. I'm saying she's not my style. She's not my flavor. I mean, like, I don't like, she's okay, but I wouldn't go after her first, man. You know, like she's okay. Right? I like y'all like the appeal of her, but she's not, she just don't do it. She ain't no Anna Nicole Smith. You know what I'm saying? She's okay. She's all right.
Understood.
All right,
everybody. We've been going long. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. This is a long office. Okay. We normally don't go this long, but it's been a great conversation. Had a great time with each and every one of you guys. Thank you very, very much for rocking it out with us for all of this time. T, you're first up. Let the people know what you got. I heard you said you got something coming up. Give me let the folks know what's coming up for you.
Give me the spotlight. Listen, y'all, on a serious note, if you have any family that you ain't talked to, man, and um, you haven't been cool with, man, be cool with them, man. Reach out to them, do something, man. Do something and say, hey, hey, I miss you, man. I'm thinking about you, man. Let's squash the beef. Let's make something happen, man. I lost my brother, man, and I found out he died almost a month after he died, and I didn't hear from his family. I found out through other people, and my brother lives maybe 11 minutes from me. I haven't seen him in 5 years, and I'll never ever see him again. My only sibling, my brother, older than me, man. He died at 56 years old. I haven't seen him in 5 years. If you got any family, man, or anybody that you're not cool with, man, at least make an attempt to say, hey, I'm cool with you, man. My brother is gone. There was no funeral. He's cremated. I can't say goodbye to him, nothing. So if you got any family, man, that's why I've been not making videos, and I've been in the shadows, man, because I'm trying to get over not seeing my brother, man. So if you got anything that you need to tie up with your family, man, I beg of you, man, like just try to make that cool. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Thank you, T. Yeah, man. You had shared that with me. And yeah, definitely reach out to your loved ones if you might be, slightly estranged from them. You haven't seen them in a minute. Don't take any day for granted. Don't take life for granted. It can be, slight little things that you really didn't even think was a big thing. And, you just kind of, I'll get to them later down the line. You never know if later down the line is going to happen, you know? So if you have family, loved ones, friends, whoever, all right, and you ain't spoken to them in a while, reach out. I agree with T 1,000,000% on that tip. Definitely, reach out to your folks, let folks know that you love them, because you never know. Like somebody can be, gone in an instant. You never know when it can happen. So always tell the folks that you care about and that you love them. Make sure that they've heard from you. Definitely, for sure. Thank you, T, for that, man. Yeah, I know you've
man.
been
Sorry
going
to
through
hear
it,
that,
bro, and
dude.
I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through, because I know it's not an easy moment for you right now. Syfax, anything you got coming up?
I'll
Anything you
just
got to
say,
talk about, bro?
sorry to hear about that from T, man. That fucking sucks, man. I've been seeing a little bit more of my family more lately, like this year. Like usually I'm not super close with a lot of my family, but I've been going up north a little bit more to see some of my cousins when they graduated and stuff like that. So it is nice to connect with family, even when it's been a minute. So definitely go out there and do that. As far as anything that I have going on, I have 2 videos that I just released. It was like one on solo leveling and then one on werewolves. And then I'm going to be seeing Craven the Hunter this next week. And then I'll either be on some nightcaps, and I'll probably be on Hold My DualShock on Thursday. Other than that, not too much going on. Just trying to, get through the holiday season, man.
Yeah, the holidays can be fun, man. It can also be rough. But yeah, thank you very much, Syfax. You guys get over there and sub to them, all right? Mods, put their information
I want to see
in
if
the
I can
chat.
break 100 before the end of the year. That'd be cool.
I think you will. Absolutely. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for rocking it out with us on the DA's office. Appreciate that. Shout out to Kata, who was here earlier today. You guys will be able to find this on the DA office playlist. If you didn't catch the full thing, you can always go back and watch it on the DA's office playlist. But I appreciate you guys, Uncle T and Syfax, for hanging out and just talking like we always talk. We get real sometimes. We had a long segment about, race and everything like that. But ultimately, we just try to keep things light. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for all the super chatters, all the folks that gifted memberships, Donna Hergenrethers, Staccato DDS. You guys, thank you very much for your support. Dragon Master Zero as well. Thank you very much, man. You guys support every single stream, and I appreciate it. All right, folks, that'll do it for us. You guys have a good week. All right. Yeah, that's your boy. All right, man. Shout out to
Condolences, man.
Brother. Condolences, of course. We will be back on Tuesday to talk about Skeleton Crew episode 3. All right, we'll see what happens with that. If it's going to be good, if it's going to be woke, if it's going to be trash, we're here to talk about it. So you guys join us back on Tuesday night on the Nightcap, and we'll talk about it. All right, you guys, take care of it. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.